Welcome everybody, we're just about to get started. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. We've got a toasty track out there. Share it with your friends, share the stream with your friends. We'll give you a cookie to do. Welcome absolutely everybody to the Racing Sim Rigs World Series, round 3 at Circuit of Barcelona, Catalunya. We are about to get started here with the, it's with the qualifying actually. Hope you guys have had an awesome week so far. We're just about to get started, and we cannot wait to see the searing hot temperatures due to these tires. As a reminder, it'll be 2 30-minute races with a reverse grid on the second. So the second race will be definitely one to watch out for. As always, I'm joined by the venerable and great Craig King. Craig, how are we?
Oh, I feel great today. I love that. I'll take that any day of the week. Good evening, Rob. I'm hobbling to my chair with a bit of an injury, but apart from that, it's an injury not caused by the searing heat of this track, because let's just give a rundown of this track. It's Barcelona, so of course it's going to be hot. It's 53 Celsius on that track. You could almost cook an egg on that track. It is going to be a hot one. We're ready for some slidey boys.
It's going to be slidey, it's going to be hot, and it's going to be typically Spanish. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're driving at?
Possibly, yes. Also, I'm hearing the stream when you speak to me.
Definitely not me, anyway.
Yep. I mean, no one else can hear it, but every time you speak, I can just hear the intro music going off, which is a beautiful song, I've got to be honest, but... yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
You do hear it. Shut up.
Ah, okay. No, fair enough. There we go.
Your ears were not deceiving you. I was deceiving you. Anyways, we're just about to start qualifying. But before we do, the series is sponsored by Racing Sim Rings, bringing the race home. As always, providing support, and they've provided the prizes for the series as well. 2 top-tier sim rings made out of 80/20 here in Great Britain. Well, not here in Great Britain because I'm Irish, but there in Great Britain. Family-run business sponsoring the series. We'd love to have them. And here's to hoping more and more homegrown businesses take up the mantle and produce things locally. It's good to see family-run businesses doing well.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of, especially with sim racing, you do get those small businesses. I actually play table tennis with a very popular person in the community for the kits he makes for Fanatec rims to be able to use elsewhere. I won't say his company, but I think everyone knows Simon, so I'm not going to promote someone else's company when we're sponsored by other stuff, so I won't say, but very, very well known for his stuff there. So it's a tight-knit community, the sim racing community, and everyone helps everyone. Remember, Huskenveld started just by trying to help the community out because 2 guys decided we can make some pedals that can help everybody. So, you know, it's a little bit of, as they say in England, it's a little bit of the Blitz spirit. Everyone helps everyone, so that's what I like.
It's 5 seconds. It's counting there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and qualifying is about to start. Sorry, I was about to say qualifying is about to end. And I can see on my keyboard, it's a Razer keyboard, and so it's flashing at me with the checkered flag. So distracting. But
You got that on your flag. That's on your keyboard.
yeah, I
That's
do. Yeah,
amazing.
Logitech deals it as well, I think. So we're just about
So
to
we're
get started.
Yeah. Now remember, it's the times they set in practice will be the times that will basically be the order in reverse of who goes out. So they'll be going out in blocks, and they're going to announce the first blocks night now. So there's 41 cars. And it will probably be the first 7 or 8, or probably 7, 8, 9, or 10 cars will be going out. But when we hear the numbers, I will relay them back to everybody. But I have a rough idea of what they will be. But when race control tells us, we shall let you know who's out on track first. But it will be a mixture, I believe, of pro and ams to start the race.
I do like, by the way, that because I have the cloud set to low, the way that they work is not by dynamically moving. It's by just going, I'm in a new position now, and just scroll like an old lady's computer. That's literally my life.
Right, so I have the list of the first cars out. So to start off, we have the number 73 of Simon Marshall, amateur driver. Number 78 of Martin Devlin, pro. 38 Taylor Lane, amateur. Number 2 James Goldstein, amateur. 24 Josh Seymour, amateur. Number 12 Jack Wells, pro. Number 7 Mark Bailey, amateur. Number 27 Carl Jalocke, amateur. Number 87 Chris Miles, amateur. Number 15 Chris Hamer, amateur. And number 1 the amateur driver, Matt Heatrick. Those are our first, I've lost count, that's going to be 10 cars, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 drivers. First 12 drivers.
Do you need to do your maths on your fingers?
I sometimes it helps me to speak out loud when I'm trying to count.
You know your ABCs? Like, I learned them by my fingers, right? So, starting from the left and going through right, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, count. Damn it, it didn't work. I was trying to make a joke, but not being able to count. But I just ended up embarrassing myself. Oh no.
well, I mean, you can't do the alphabet on your hands and on your fingers and toes because you've only got 4 fingers on one hand, 4 fingers on another hand, on 2 thumbs. But I said your fingers, and then your 10 toes. So you can't even do the alphabet on your hands and toes, unless I don't know. How do you get the other 6? Ears, nose, eyes, mouth.
Just use more and more body parts until you count out the alphabet.
Oh,
imagine somebody trying to use eyebrows and like teeth.
Oh right, yeah. Oh yeah. Not every little. You probably got 26 plus teeth, so you could just like tap on your teeth, going A, B, C, D. You know, you could just do that.
We do have our first car across the line. Sorry to go across. The number 2 car of James Goldstein just went across the line, and he will be the first person to set a lap. So we'll have the cameras trained on him to see what he does. He's just coming around Renault at the moment, starting on a lap off well. There's a car behind him. I think that is the car 78 of Devlin. I think that is Devlin. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Devlin's in front and Jalocke's 2 seconds behind him. But
okay.
No, he's just saying he was just coming around Renault, coming down the hill into Repsol. No, that was Repsol. Sorry. Now he's coming down into Seat. Down this straight. Just remember, it's the historic version we're racing today as well. So coming down Seat now, down the track, down the hill into Worth, probably the slowest corner on the track for them after Elf. Avoid the sausage curve on the exit there of Worth. Coming up now for the high-speed Campson. Now, do they lift it? They have to brake in these GT3s a little bit due to downforce. Take as much of the curve they can on the straight now. The long straight. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Get yourself ready for the big braking. The big bracing of a Keksa. It's not like the normal version with the sharp hairpin. It's a bit more windy, but you do have to slow down quite a bit. Coming out of the Keksa now, around here, we're coming into Bonk Sabadell right here. Again, avoid the little sausage curve on the inside there. Good indicator of where you should start turning and where you should be on the apex. Down into Europe car right now. Now you remember, look how wide you go. You avoid that chicane. We don't like the chicane. Down into New Holland. Again, a little bit of braking. Get early on the accelerator as you can. He crosses the line. It's quite an early start-finish line here, remember. He will cross the line with a 1:45.371. And just as he says that, Jalopy takes a 1:45.003 to take away that pole. Getting some more times in now. Jack Wells with a 44.990. Mark Bailey a 44.361. And Matt Heatrick's just come in with a 44.397. So at the moment, still a couple more cars to set a lap time. Looks like Chris Hamer did not set a lap on his first lap, not set a time on his first lap. Taylor Lane and Martin Devlin. Lane's nowhere to be found, but Devlin's just on the middle of his first lap. So at the moment, it's Mark Bailey in pole with Matt Heatrick, followed by Chris Miles, Jack Wells, and Carl Jalopy. That's your top 5. Just keeping an eye. I will admit, while we're doing that, there's a nice little description. We were talking about the corner names. They're all like motorsport names and everything. So Tim Matske came up with a very interesting little description of the corners here. So you come into T1 and you get your oil. That's ELF. For the car that waits in turn 3, which is Renault. It sadly breaks down, so you've got to try a different type of oil in turn 4, Repsol. That doesn't work, so you buy a new car in turn 5, a Seat. That has some problems, so you try to amend it with some Worth tools in turn 7. You give up on cars until the penultimate corner, and then you rent a car, of course, Europe car. You decide it's not fun, and you end up getting a tractor in the last corner, New Holland. That is the corner names of Barcelona. Rob, are you still alive? S in the chat for Rob. Right. Jalopy has gone at pole, a 44.191. Just as I say that, Matt Heatrick gets into the 143s with a 143.816. Mark Bailey got a 44.361. We've got Miles still with a 44.564. He's in the pits now as well. Martin Devlin might be the last car as well. Goldstein gets a 45.371 for P7. We're just waiting then, by the looks of it, for Martin Devlin. Taylor Lane has not come out on the track. He's not actually here. Okay, fair enough. Martin Devlin on his final lap. He's at La Caixa. He'll be coming up the corner. He'll be coming up the hill now into the Bonk Sabel. Keeping it nice and tight around there. Oh, got the Union Jack on the back of his car. That's nice to see. Down he comes into Europe car now. Take as much of the inside. Takes it as good as he can. Hits a sausage. Oh, he hits a sausage curve there. Coming down into New Holland. But he should be okay. Shouldn't cost him too much time there. He just went a little bit high with the suspension. A 45.203 is enough for P7. Right, so we're looking for the next cars now. So we got 57, 70, 33, 88, 22, 28, 25, 49, 19, and 36. So the cars coming out right now will be Sebastian Rain, amateur, number 70, Adam Christo, the pro driver. Jonathan Hoggard, the number 33. Marius Janke in the amateur car. Ben Smith, 22, amateur. Callum Beaumont, 28, amateur. Martin Pearson, amateur. Simon Dodd, number 49, amateur. Jack Hills, 19, amateur. And Isaac Barkley, amateur. So they will be the next selection of cars.
The surprise entry is me in an amateur car. No, not really. I got a call from my mum.
Bless.
You know, bless. But she I looked down at the phone, like I was looking at the phone for the map, and basically what happened was I was looking at the map, and then suddenly I was like, oh no, my mum's ringing me. So I was just like, hi mum.
Well, you missed me describe the track in the style of Tim Matske, so we've gone over that one. But it's looking good at the moment. Well, only one car in the 43s at the moment. And we will be now. I would like to say we're looking at fast times. Now, the order of qualifying is determined on your practice times. Now, some of these guys have been going around in practice for over an hour. When I first came into the session about 70 minutes ago, the track temperature was 48 Celsius. It's now 53. So to give you an idea, the top two practice times was a 142.297 and a 142.298, followed by a 142.300. There is no way, I don't think, we'll be getting into those low 42s in this temperature, because it's just the way the track is right now. It's absolutely sweltering out there.
To most people, it would be extremely hot. Tire racing, perfectly normal temperatures. This is the kind of temperature that the asphalt starts like not being too grippy, where it's like it's hugging you and never letting go kind of grip.
It's like you've seen it when the roads get too hot and you just start to see like a little bit of the tar just melting up and almost like cracking. It's like that.
Yeah,
and that's what
absolutely.
we're looking at right now.
We're on board with, or we're not on board. I keep saying that, by the way. It needs to be a catchphrase. Like, we need to sell t-shirts that says, "We're on board." Well, we're not on board. Like one of those catchphrases. Like, absolute irony of like me saying some Robertisms throughout the entire stream. As we have the cameras pointed at Adam Christo. He's just starting his first flying lap, wiggling the tires to make sure that they're nice and toasty. By the way, Adam Christo, first time I heard him today, and he sounds like a really, really nice chap.
Yeah, and also let's give out some shout outs to Adam Christo, because he was at VLN this weekend. Last weekend, sorry. And if I check everything, I believe he got a P1 and a P2, which yeah, he actually then got, I think he then got promoted to P1 in the second race due to a tyre discrepancy. A tyre discrepancy.
So we can't. So not only can we say phrases now, we can't even say words. We're slowly degrading in terms of quality of words that we can use.
We need to check on the Radeon TV card to see if it's like spluttering. Anyway, tell you who's not spluttering. Jack Hills goes P2 with a 144.063 on his first lap, just missing out there on the pole there, missing out on a time in the 43s. Other times, Simon Dodd P5 with a 44.381. Isaac Barkley P7 a 44.755. Martin Pearson 8th with a 44.963. Still a couple more cars to go across the line, including Adam Christo. He's just about to cross the line right now. It's going to be a 43.911 and takes him into provisional P2.
I bet he'll be wanting to improve that, but that's a very nice benchmark time he's just set as he comes in, diving into Elf. Nice and easy through the chicane on towards Renault. Now, Renault is a kind of like a, it's a corner I would consider a sort of a two-corner setup like you have in NASCAR, where the banking changes as the corner progresses. Like, you have a tighter banking, or not tighter banking, but a tighter turn as you're entering the corner, but as you're exiting the corner even smooths out, and you basically can get a launch out of the corner and go wide once you go up to Repsol, sorry.
Just to say, we've got Ben Smith has gone pole, a 43.649. Watching Christo there, a few issues as he stay at that. They're starting to go through the next cars now as well. They're rushing through this.
I thought you said Russian, as in like the nationality Russian. So are they playing Russian roulette with? By the way, Jack Hills just went pole position with a 143.529. The number 19 car going pole for the amateur class. Very well done. Very good lap by him. The sun has actually just disappeared behind the clouds. I'm imagining iRacing is going to say the track is now freezing. Ooh, Adam Christo losing it a little bit on the
turn off track as well.
Oh, please, is it an off track?
It
It
was an
is.
off-track. So, while we do that, we do have our next drivers out on track. Number 82, Ingo Lapsian, amateur. 91, Tom Johnson, amateur. 21, Mark Sonderman, pro. 85, Adam Miles, pro. The number 14 of Andrew Miller, amateur. The number 99 of Stefan Kurtzman, amateur. 47 of Neil Backage, pro. Number 95 of Harry Wills, amateur. The number 16 of Neil Butler, amateur. And the number 5 of Jonas Dreyer, amateur. So a lot of amateurs in here, a couple pros. And I'm pretty sure, where is the Radion TV car?
It's got to be somewhere. You know, we gotta rep our niche.
Well, Harry Wills at the back of his car just has a little banner on the back of it that says Radion TV.
Woo! Does he?
But,
Harry Wills? Hang on, let me see the back end of his car.
Yeah, just at the back, just at the back.
Do you see what I see? No, I
Oh,
don't see
no.
what you see.
Oh dear.
Radio. By the way, this is the kind of thing that you know, parents do to embarrass their children. Oh, sorry, Harry Wills having a little bit of a moment. Just coming around towards the start-finish line, having a moment in between Blanc Sabadell and Europe Car. Now, they call it Europe Car.
Oh no!
What? Did they not call it?
Did he have a moment there?
Yeah.
I thought he had a moment out of Europe car.
No, he had it before Europe Car.
Oh, okay.
If we use our trusty device of replay, look at that. You'd see replay. Let's have a look.
Oh my god! Look at it!
Let's have a look. So he's coming around bank corner, and as he's exiting, the car is sort of having a moment. The wheels are kind of spinning at the back, and there's no one home at the front. So yeah, it was in between Bank Sabadell and Europe Car, and he flashed the lights for us, by the way. Well, I like to believe he did.
So Rob, as well as a new replay feature, what else do we have today?
We have live timings in the description of the YouTube channel or the YouTube videos. You can see a live timing sheet. It'll give you live timings for every 5 seconds, so you guys can well, I mean, you can plan it sort of, you know, as per your own will, and you can have it up just, you know, just for a memento. This happened, but the live timings are good to go up on livetimings.radion.tv as Harry Wills kicks the back end coming out of bank, nice and flat through Europe Car. No issues here. So let's see where he places himself. The car number 95. By the way, Niels Bocage going 143.388 puts him on pole position. Where does Harry Wills go? Harry Wills goes... No time. It was invalidated.
Andrew Miller goes into P5 with a 43.838. Now we're seeing the guys doing the constant 43s here, so good timing. So actually, it's quite a good indicator because Andrew Miller in practice did a 43.262, and he's just over half a second slower now on these conditions as he's just going around Seat. Everybody is having issues at Seat today. Now that there's a joke in there about Seat cars, but they're very safe. There's nothing wrong with Seat cars. It's just quite ironic that they're all having issues at a track corner that's named after a car. But doing well. I'll pull myself out of this hole I've dug myself right now.
Yeah. You took the shovel, you dug the hole, and then you were just like, no, I want it 6 feet under. I can't.
Yeah, I want the drill. I want the drill.
There's a drill that'll dig a hole.
Yeah, it's like a corkscrew, you know.
Oh, fair enough. Neil Butler coming around Europe Car again. By the way, they're not taking the... I think you mentioned it before. They're taking the historic layout as it was before, I think, 2005 or 2007 was when the layout was changed.
Yes. That's right, yes. Just to update people, Stefan Kurtzman went pole for a split second, a 43.337, and then Nils Backard decided he wanted it and did a 33.105. So that just says the times you want there. Harry Wills, a 143.251 now is second. Jonas Dreyer, a 43.285. So these times are actually about the same as what they were doing in practice. Quite interesting, especially with how hot it is. So really good times here. Who else has just crossed the line? Don't see anybody.
Adam Miles with the cross the line.
Yeah, but that's a 43.052.
And he goes pole. Pole position for Adam Miles in the 85 car with a 143.053.
Fantastic. So they'll be doing the top 10 shootout very shortly. So just to run down quickly as I mute the race control so I do not deaf myself. Adam Miles is pole for a 143.052 at the moment. Nils Backard, a 143.105. Harry Wills, a 43.251. A 43.285 for Jonas Dreyer in P4. And Stefan Kurtzman, a 43.337. 1,000th of a second faster than Mark Sonderman in P6 with a 43.338.
So we're just waiting for the next cars to get out on track. I think we'll have the cursed car on now. And you know what the cursed car is, don't you? The cursed car being the Ford. The Ford that was fixed and now gave its problems to the GT2 variant. You know the one I mean.
There's no Ford here.
Is there not?
No.
I thought Joshua Mayer drove the Ford, no?
But where is Joshua Mayer?
Apparently he is in session, but my cameras cannot pick him up. So, on the track at the moment...
Is he? He's not for me.
At the track at the moment is Pascal Radschun. He's the only one on track at the moment, but I think there's one more
Iglesias
joining
is
him.
coming out now, yep.
Yeah, Tristan Iglesias is just joining him on track.
Yep. They're staggering out there as it's the top 10. They are staggering out the launch of the drivers. So 30 seconds between Iglesias and Radschun, and that gives you an idea of the staggering. So it will almost be a bit like you're at the Singapore Grand Prix, and you've got everybody and everyone's just waiting to go out. Yeah, with just like you see the F1 final qualifying session, and everyone's just so staggered. That's what we're going to see right now.
Christian Furze is now on track as well.
Get the camera on that guy.
Yo LPs, by the way, Yo LPs says Ford is back, guys. We managed to sell our tools to avoid the shipping. Sadly, we had to sit out the American weekend because of budget issues, and we arrived too late for qualifying thanks to us having to manually put the trailer in the car to sell the truck.
Hang on, you put a Ford in a truck? No, you Ford, just drive the Ford.
Yeah, the Ford is the truck.
Yeah.
Also, what happens if the Ford breaks down? Where's your tools? Do you just use like another person?
You've seen the American adverts?
What?
You've not seen the American adverts? No.
Do they just use another person as a tool? Like they just get one of their other mechanics and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna attach my arms to the bolts. You just, do a clockwise motion." A quack. The
slogan for Ford back when they were doing the F-150s was "built tough," and I think they still use it in America. But it's one of those things that basically all you have to do with the Ford is just put it beside two American cars and go, now, ladies and gentlemen, which one of these estates would you like to pick up? Now, which one do you think is the cheapest and the fastest? Oh, I'm going to go for the Chevy. Really? I'm going to go for the Camaro. Oh, really? Well, what if I told you that the fastest was the Ford? Wow. What if I told you that the cheapest was the Ford? Unbelievable. I would never have thought it. There, American advert for you. There you go. That is an American car advert.
A British person doing an American accent is, well, as we have Christian Furze coming across the line, let's see what lap time he does. He was part of the top 10 of the previous race. Oh, wait, that was his out lap.
That's his out lap. Pascal Radschun is coming around the final corners, though. I will say that. He is now coming around Europe car down into New Holland. Look at that lovely line. Avoid the sausage, gets it nice and close. Oh, it takes a lot of curb on the inside of New Holland. would that be an invalid lap? I'm not entirely sure, but crosses the line. A 43.779 is only P12, but he's just warming up.
Well, the track is pretty warm at the moment. That should be warming him up. Avoid the sausage. Words to live by. Absolutely. I mean, iRacing sausage system is you're either fine or call the paramedics. That's essentially it. Because once you hit a sausage in the wrong way with a car, it's sad. It's sadness.
Did Iglesias just go wide? Did Iglesias just go wide on that corner? No, he does set a time. It's a 43.336. Oh, come on. Come on. No.
What?
It's 1,000th of a second faster than P6, who is 1,000th of a second faster than P7.
So it's 143.337, 143.338, and 143.339. Fifth, sixth, and seventh.
No, other way down. Other way down on my screen. It's a 336, a 337, and a 338. That's what I've got on my timings. You might have a better timing.
I have it rounded up to the nearest thousandth. Doc.
Oh. To the nearest thousandth. Sorry, I
what
don't know why
me a nerd?
I don't know why.
Christian Furs, by the way, just going wide, or he has a lap invalidated. It was a prospective 143.680, but it was struck off because he had an off track somewhere.
And he might have just got an off track again. He's just come around the first corner, and yeah, that's an off track. Look at it, that's an off track Elf.
Let's have a look. Replay of Radeon TV footage. Let's have a look, shall we? He's coming down the start-finish straight. Nice and easy. So he crosses the line. It's invalidated. Let's have a look and see. Does he go off the track coming into Elf? Oh, I think he might have. He did eat a sausage there. He did eat a sausage.
And there was dust kicking up as well. So that just says it all for you. Tristan Iglesias crossed the line with a 43.205, and Rick Cohen responds with a 43.053. That's exactly equal to Adam Miles' time.
Let's have the cameras. Let's have the cameras pointed at Rick Cohen. So we've had the trio separated by 1,000th of a second. Car number 85 and car 50. Oh my god. It's the flip of the car numbers, but they're separated by nothing. They are on the exact same lap time. Rick Cohen would look to improve. He only needs to improve by 1,000th of a second to take pole position in this race. The cameras are pointed at him. Let's see what he can do as he comes into Sayat to make his way onto kicking it wide. He might no.
Yeah, it's an off track. It's an off track. I saw the dust get kicked up, so he just decides that's enough. But the big boy is just starting his lap time. We've got Linus Tech now on there as well, but at the same time, we've also got Tim Matske in. I see the Ford. I see the Ford.
I told you it was in it.
Just a late starter, you know. They couldn't get the trailer.
Linus Tech now, by the way, going around.
Malt Stump goes pole.
Malt Stump with a 142.969 goes pole in the number 11 car. So the only two that can really beat, well, the only person that can, I guarantee, can probably beat that is Matske. I just want to see what does Linus Tech now do for his first flying lap. What does the Ford do around here? I haven't never seen like the Ford GT3 race at the Barcelona track. I want to see if it's like completely borked. Well, the GT3 version is at least somewhat fixed. Goes P4 with a 143.072. So he's 200ths of a second behind the pairing of Adam Miles and Rick Cohen. So all he needs to do is make up 2 100ths to get P2. Tim Matske is coming around. I think he's coming around Bank Sabadell on towards Europe car. By the way, EOLP says Matske could just replace every bit of the car that was lost, quote unquote lost. He's got enough prizes. Liam McNish with a 1.
Oh,
Tim Maskey can only reply with a 5th position. He only did a 143.060. Liam McNinch with a 142.774 goes P1, pole position. And Malt Stumpf does not have a reply. He's in the pits.
we've also got Archie Forsyth going around just to finish his first lap. He was the fastest car in practice by 1,000th of a second. I'm not getting tired of saying 1,000th of a second after we said it so much. Coming around New Holland right where at now, crossing the line. He's going to put in a 42.836. He goes pole, the only time in the 42s. Still half a second slower than what he did in qualifying. But this car, this Audi, is just really sending the challenge here. Has Matsuke found a weakness? Is this his weakness? Is Barcelona the weakness of this, well, unstoppable German?
Oh, unstoppable unit. By the way, you said he went pole. He didn't. He went P2.
No, Forsyth went pole.
Yeah, no, not Forsyth went pole. He's third. Because Linus Seknau and Liam McNinch both have faster times than him. Linus Seknau, by the way, going with a 142.694. As you see, Joshua Mayer coming around New Holland onto the start-finish straight. What does he do? The 00 car, the only Ford GT3 in this entire session, goes P34 with a 145.123. There's traffic joining onto the track in front of him. So he's not... Oh, the traffic has let him by. Very nice traffic. Very nice traffic.
That's Taylor Lane there. He'll be setting his times off as well. Tim Matsuke does it. 142.577. Takes the pole. He's proven that he does still have the reign of this championship. Archie Forsyth is now the only man that can try and beat him. He's P4 at the moment with a 42.836. He has to somehow find 0.3 of a second to try and get by. But again, he was faster than Matsuke in practice. What can he do? Coming around New Holland right now, taking every bit of the curb he can, pushing the limits of the car and the limits of the track. Crossed the line. It's an invalid lap. Matsuke will be pole. We've still got Taylor Lane will be setting his times. Joshua Mayer as well. Archie Forsyth is just parking out. Yep. Joshua Mayer and Taylor Lane are the last cars. Lane is on his outlap. Mayer is... Where is he? He is at Lacacia. Sorry.
Lacacia, yep. There you go. You got it right the second time. It's my turn to correct you on corner names. But, by the way, so once Joshua Mayer crosses the line to set his second flying lap, it'll be down to Taylor Lane to try and see if he can go for pole position. You may never know. He may pull a lap of the gods here. So let's hold with bated breath as he goes around the track. By the way, Joshua Mayer just about to cross the line. He... Invalid lap. So it is down to the one car of car 31. Taylor Lane just about to start his first flying lap.
Yeah, Taylor Lane is now, they're coming around Elf into Renault, sliding the back of that car. You can just hear the back of the back of that car and the tyres just sliding. Little dab on the brakes there through Renault because I think he was just carrying a bit too much speed. The Ford has just pulled over to the side to give him the room. A little respect from both drivers there. One let them by the first time. Just tapping the brake every now and then, taking a wide exit around Repsol here, but now going down to Seat. Again, this is the corner that has caught a lot of people out, and he takes it slow and he takes it inside, and he might go too wide for an off-track. I'm not too sure. He might be okay there. Now coming around to Worth, and Worth, he's sliding the back out. Oh, that back was not happy. Back of that was not happy coming around Worth here. And now onto the high-speed section into Campsa. Taking, again, just missing the apex, but still keeping the speed. Speed there is important. He's not lost a lot of speed. It's coming quickly now. The pressure's on me because they've only got a few minutes to set these times. I've just been told that. The cakes are now going down to Glacier as fast as he can in that little Ferrari that could. Into Bonk Sabadell, going wide and inside again. Love that. And then look at that. Kisses right where the sausage is. That's a beautiful apex. Just what they want it for. Down into Europe car right now. Not taking as much curb as everybody else has been taking. And now quick dab at the brakes again. Down into New Holland. misses the apex, but gets a good run on the exit. He will cross the line, and he will get a 146.817.
Puts him into P40, so let's see if Taylor Lane can do any better. It'll be his last flying lap and the last lap to be done for this session. He'll only have 5 minutes to complete it, but he'll complete it definitely within plenty of time. Just a note, by the way, Jonathan Hoggaard and Christian Furs on my watch are the only two cars that have not set a qualifying time, so they'll be starting at the back of the grid.
Yep, you are correct. But as far as I'm aware, Furtz will get the position ahead of Hoggaard. Hoggaard, I don't think, went out on the track. Oh, see, no, he did. He had 2 invalid laps. I do apologise. So Hoggaard will get the position over Furtz, I think, due to the nature of him being the first car out. I think that's how it works. It's all different because when you do official series, it's all done by your I rating. By your I rating. I don't think it works like that here, but we'll wait and see. Where is Taylor Lane? It's such a long lap here. 146 is the time, 146 or 145, 142 to 143. It's just a case of you just have to just take your time here. It's a big track. It's not like your Formula One and you're doing, what, 120s around here?
In around that time. I mean, it's a GTE, so, I mean...
GT3?
Well, GT3, sorry. You're not going to outpace a big old F1 car that has millions and millions of wings and a big old V6 turbo. Well, I mean, it's a 1.8. I think it's a 1.8 liter V6 turbo car, but Taylor Lane's just about to cross the line. He only improves it by 1 more position, P39, and that is the end of the qualifying times.
That is that. So let's go down them. We have in all 42 drivers. So let's try and split this up in 15 to then ruin it because that's not a real number. But pole position, it's the man as always. Number 8, the pro driver Tim Matske with a 142.577. Into P2s, the pro driver of Linus Tech now, 42.694. Lane Nitch, another pro driver, 42.774 will take P3. Lining up beside him is Archie Forsyth, a pro driver with a 42.836. Then we've got Malt Stump in P5, pro, 142.695. Adam Miles in P6 is a 143.052. He's a pro, and literally with the same time behind him is the amateur driver of Rick Cohen, a 43.053. Niels Bakoj is a pro driver, a 43.105, takes 8th. Beside him is the pro driver Tristan Iglesias with a 143.205. Harry Wills, the amateur there, second place amateur here with a 143.251 will line up 10th. Jonas Dreyer, another amateur, a 43.285 11th. With Stefan Kurtzman with a 143.337 in 12th. And Mark Sonderman, a 143.338. Jack Hills, amateur, 143.529 takes 14th, and Pascal Radstron, pro, a 43.536 is 15th.
In 16th position is the number 40 car of Andrew Miller with a 143.560. Car into 54 of Louis Egerton did a 143.589 and gets him 17th position. In 18th is Neil Butler with a 143.612. Ben Smith in the number 22 car did a 143.650, gives him 19th position. Tom Johnson with a 143.666, the sign of the devil, in 20th position. Matt Heatrick, number 1 car, gets him 21st position with a 143.816. Ingo Lapshin with a 143.836 gets him 22nd position. Martin Pearson with a 143.882 goes into 23rd. 24th is Adam Christo, who's a pro, with a 143.912. Isaac Barkley right behind him on the tip of his heels with a 143.927. In 26th position is Sebastian Rain with a 144.110. Carl Gillette, I was about to say Gillette, but he's not Gillette, it's Jacquelet. Carl Jacquelet with a 144.192, the best the man can get. He is car number 27 and he's in 27th. Mark Bailey with a 144.361 in 28th position in the number 7 car. Marius Jank in the number 88 car was able to qualify 29th with a 144.381, and Simon Dodd with a 144.382 puts him into 30th position.
And then we've got Chris Miles in 31st amateur, won a 144.564 into 32nd. Jack Wells with a 44.990. Chris Hamer will line up 33rd with a 145.116. The Cursed Cara, Josh Mayer, in a 145.122 will take 34th. He will be beside Martin Devlin, a pro driver, with a 145.203 in 35th. James Goldstein will take 36th with a 145.371, and Josh Seymour with 37th with a 145.382. Callum Beaumont with a 145.410 takes 38th. Taylor Lane takes 39th with a 145.811, and Simon Marshall, the last of the qualified drivers, with a 146.446. Then we've got Matthew Hoggard and Christian Furtz, who both were unable to set a time with 2 invalid laps by both of them, and I believe that might be where they will start in that order of Hoggard and Furtz.
You can just see the nice camera positions that we have, provided by TrackCams22, who are gracefully allowing us to broadcast these images. We'll link in the description if you want to use them for your own personal stuff. They're really good. I do recommend them. But it's the Barcelona circuit, and it is a sweltering set of degrees. Remind me again how many degrees it is out there?
Oh god, now you're asking me because I don't see it anymore. The last check I've got is 53 Celsius. Do not tell me Siri to look. Siri just wondered what the trying to tell me what the temperature was or something. I don't know. So 53 Celsius track temperature. Actually, it's only 20. Come on, iRacing. It's 26 Celsius in the sky, but 53 Celsius on the track. Come on, really? Is it that much of a difference? Is that how asphalt and tarmac work?
I wouldn't think so now, but they are lining up to start the race. It'll be a rolling start. They'll start just before La Quexa, or well, they'll start the rolling start just before La Quexa, and the car will release them to go for some absolute wheel-to-wheel racing for 30 minutes for race 1. And then we'll have you've put me on the spot now. I would predict that the car of who would I predict? If Matske can get a good start off the line, I'd put him as my favorite, because he's shown time and time again that he's just, once he is unleashed, he is an absolute weapon. But I'm also looking at the car of Christo, the little AMG that could. I'm looking at him now, just in the middle of the pack there, and I think he can make some good places up as well. The SAP Gran Turismo sponsored car number 70.
Oh, this is a brilliant image, though. If you notice, the first 3 cars on the right lane are all Manatee cars, and it looks beautiful. It actually does look beautiful. I can't take a photo, it's too late now, but that does look fantastic. Remember, we've got the reverse grid after this, so it's 2 30-minute races. So the question is, do you go for everything here in the first race and then just hope for the best in the second race, or do you set yourself up? Well, those at the front, they'll be wanting to win this first race or get a good position. Those in the back will be fighting, because they want to try and get as close to the top 10 as they can to give them a good start for the race. For the race 2, sorry. So, be interesting to see the strategy pulling off here, I must admit.
You just see now the 3 Manatees starting on the right-hand side. So we have Tim Matske in the front with Linus Tech now to his left-hand side. They're coming around New Holland at the moment. And within the next few seconds, we will be green. Tim Matske gets off the line very quickly. Linus Tech now tucks in behind him, does not want to lose second position. He's under threat at the moment, under immediate threat from Liam McNinch. Liam McNinch goes onto the outside line to try and upset Linus Tech now. Linus Tech now cannot lose the rear of Tim Matske going into the first corner. the leaders have gotten through just fine. Oh, there's
Keeping
a little Ferrari just having a little bit of a tussle in the back. Let me see. I think it is not Nick Sunderman. It is the Fezza, the red Fezza of Adam Miles, but he seems to be okay. I think there was no incidents in turn 1. You can correct me though.
No incident. There was no incidents. I kept the line there, looking at the back of the field there. That's a bit of 2x2 going around Repsol. Neil Bakaj getting a place up there. Mark Sonderman raced up to a few places, and now he's under threat here. That's Harry Wills and Bradshaw going side by side, it looks like. No, it's Bakaj and Wills. Sorry, Wills take the position. Bakaj just going backwards by the looks of it, especially Adam Miles. It's just the rest of the field catching up at the moment. I've got Sonderman and Wills in some strong positions. Adam Miles has dropped down as well, so it's all pretty chaotic in positions just after the top 5, because the top 5 is sitting pretty clean at the moment. Forsyth making a move around the outside of the case here, but he can't make it stick. Loses the back of the car on the coldish tyres. Couldn't make it move. That would have been a great move around the outside of McNidge there at Nicasia, but fantastic defending there and just got unlucky.
So it is absolutely bangers racing right now. No casualties to report. Nice clean racing from the guys. There's now a gaggle of about 8 cars with Adam Miles. Sorry, not Adam Miles. It is Mark Sonderman at the back. It's the red Fezza. Oh no, it is Adam Miles. Sorry, the cameras are deceiving me. Adam Miles, the 85 car, is the 1 of 8. Oh, there's been a massive crash. There's been a massive crash. What's going on?
Oh, what is going on? I see Simon Dodd is in the pits. What has happened? Oh, I see it on the screen. What is that?
Let's have a look at this. I have no idea what happened there, but oh dear. Let's have a look and see. We're on board with Sebastian Rain. Oh, the crash happened in front of him, but he loses control of the car. What car is that flipping over end? I think it is Jonas Dreyer. Let's have a look from his perspective. Let's have a look at his perspective. Here's the replay. Here is the actual replay at the moment. Let's get a look on him. We join his camera.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have him at Bank Sabadell falling back behind the car in 16th position, which is, I think that was Neil Butler. No, it wasn't. And he got collected from the side and he flips end over end, and there's another car behind him losing control. The car now, he did a fidget spinner on the start finish straight, and that is one wrecked car.
Well, there has also been an accident going into Steyat. Adam Christo, just a little bit later on the braking, went into the back of Louis Eggleston, and Louis Eggleston, when he goes around it, gets spun there and collects Martin Pearson. So a bit of unfortunate there. Don't think there was any foul play there. Just a bit of late braking there from Christo, just unprepared for the sharp braking in front of him. 2 cars go out there. That's Eggleston and who did I say it was? Sorry, forgot it now. Tom Johnson, I think. Martin Pearson, sorry. Martin Pearson. Where are they now? Trying to find them on the track. They have now dropped down into 30th and 31st after that, respectively. After that little tangle, there's no real damage to them, so that's not much to worry about. But keep looking here. The top 5 unchanged, but everything else is bedlam. Mark Sonderman's made 4 places up. He's now in 9th position. He is holding off the battle behind him of Neil Bakaj. Bakaj has to be careful because one mistake and he's got Bradshaw behind him as well. So having to just keep it safe there. Is there anything else there? Not really. This could be the battle to keep an eye on.
So Adam Christo goes down into 16th position. Not something you want to have happen at Seiya, because he was held up by that accident and is now dropping down a few places. We have 2 cars are currently still in the pits. Jonas Dreyer, who had that terrible accident on the start finish straight where he just became a fidget spinner, and Andrew Miller is also in the pits. But Simon Dodd, who had an incident, I think he was part 1 of 3 involved in that incident on the start finish straight. He is now back on the track as we ride on board with the car 47 of Niels Bocage, trying to fend off from Pascal Ratchen on the rear, trying to chase Mark Zonderman in front of him, coming through Europcar nice and easy through New Holland. Nothing at fault here. Sebastian Rain, by the way, off on the track. Let's have a quick gander and see what happened to him. He's at the back now. He's in 39th position. He's coming up through Campsa. Just loses the rear. Nothing too major. Back on track. And he is at the moment.
Right, well, my game's just crashed for no reason. As I was just looking at a good battle between Butler and Cristo.
I have... you think it's... I think it's Isaac Barkley and Butler. But I have him now. So, Neil Butler is currently chasing down the car of Isaac Barkley, number 36. Neil Butler gained a position. He started in 18th position overall, and so is doing well at the moment. Isaac Barkley being an amateur, so they're racing each other at the moment. So Isaac Barkley and Neil Butler chasing each other down towards Worth. Neither are letting up, neither are giving an inch. And I hear a little ding in the back. I think somebody's had a little bit of a push and shove, but nothing too bad on the cameras. Ooh, Neil Butler just actually looking to the inside of Isaac Barkley. He's blinking at the moment. That would be disconcerting for him as they come through Campsa. By the way, Isaac Barkley running wide, coming out of Campsa onto that long straight towards La Caixa. But at the moment, nothing really of note between the two of them. But Isaac Barkley is blinking pretty badly.
I've deleted the helper and I can't find how to launch it again. Ah!
Beta UI.
I'll see what I can do, but this is better. No, basically I tried to restart everything, and I deleted the exe file of the helper, and I think that might have caused an issue.
It's in a recycle bin. Don't worry. Have you tried to turn it off?
No, I did it. I deleted the exe, you know, the iRacing helper exe.
Yeah, it should be in the recycle bin.
No, the tasks manager.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just restart the service then. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it says that I'm not running the software's not running.
Yeah, it's in the service. Don't worry. It's in services under task manager. You got this. We're right on board with Ben Smith and Jack Hills. Ben Smith looking for a 13th position overall. Amateur versus amateur at the moment, and they are running behind Harry Wills, who's second in class for amateur. Rick Cohen up with the big boys in P6 at the moment, lapping in at around the same times as the pros. As Ben Smith dives to the inside of Jack Hills. Jack Hills has to go around the outside, almost touches the grass, but very nice position gained for Ben Smith. Very well done going into La Caixa. Nice clean dive. Jack Hills would have to yield the position, and now Ben Smith can chase down Harry Wills, who's second in class. Ben Smith is on the podium, but I'd say he wants a little bit more than that. As they come through New Holland, you can see Stefan Kurzman, the Manatee car. I said it right the first time this time. Yeah. With the Manatee car coming into view. The Manatee cars, by the way, are always lurking in the background. You can never escape them. They're like Jaws, you know. It's like the dana 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 dana.
I can't believe you just did that. I can't believe you just did that.
I'm sorry.
Right, this is getting really...
Is this going on Rent's defense now, is it?
I don't know. Come on, load, damn it. iRacing.com helper service. Let's run it. Hey, it runs. Then it doesn't appear on the task manager. And my PC does not think I have iRacing installed.
You can always try restarting it. I'll hold the fort.
Hold the fort, my friend. I'm going away.
Craig King with just some technical issues. You know, I don't have the small violin because I am watching as Mark Sonderman charges forth ahead of Pascal Radschun, who made a mistake and is now under threat from Oh, he's under threat from the car number 77. No, sorry, Pascal Radshon. Who is that car? Sorry. I thought that is Simon Dodd, actually. Simon Dodd in a bit of trouble. Sorry, I got confused which car that was. Simon Dodd is the car that had, I think it was involved in the car 3 of the accident on the start-finish straight, carrying quite a lot of damage. I thought he was for precision. Apologies, folks at home. But we will rejoin that just momentarily. Jack Hill's flashing his lights, looking at Ben Smith, trying to intimidate him as they come through Elf. Car 14, or the car in 14th position and the car in 13th position, battling it out now. And there doesn't seem to be any letting up. By the way, Tim Matske is now almost 2.5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Linus Tech now of IPR fame in 13th, in the number 13 car in 2nd position. Liam McNinch in the 56 car is running in 3rd, just half a second behind them. You can also see this on the live timings, livetimings.radion.tv. If you're interested in seeing a particular group or a particular split. Jack Wells, I think he might have just tried to overtake somebody. At least that's what Advo is telling me. But he's down at the back of the field. He started in the 32nd position. He's carrying some damage to his right-hand side, rear right-hand side of the car. But holding a position is pretty good for him. Just needs to make up positions where he can. You can hear the roar of the car 00. Joshua Mayer in the cursed Maniti car going through Campsa. He started in 35th position. He's carrying some damage as well. Or he started in the 34th position, and he's down currently in 35th. It's a position down. And I think he's trying to chase. Oh, that car does not look safe. Sliding out to the rear there. Nice and flat now, but I think he's definitely trying to wrestle it, as his teammate of Marius Jenk is sitting behind him, 2.5 seconds behind him. We're going to rejoin Isaac Barkley now. Oh, there's been an incident ahead of them. Niels Bocage and Mark Sonderman have had an incident. Let's have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. Boop. Sorry, it's timing. It's coming down the start-finish straight now. The two of these cars, the number 47 of Niels Bocage, trying to battle. Coming through now. Oh, a little bit of a touch going into Elf. Car 47 holding the outside. Oh my god! He got pitted. And they slam into the wall. Let's have a watch of that again. I want to see that again from the chopper view. The chopper view, as I said. The chopper view now. Coming into Elf, the car 47 of Niels Bocage just touches. And then, oh, missed timing of the other Audi. I just can't identify him at the moment. Doesn't have a number on him, but yeah, that is a precarious situation as they try and rejoin the track. But he is down on the order at the moment.
Hello again.
Hello again.
So basically, never walk under a ladder because you get bad luck happen to you. I didn't realise I had window updates that were forced, so that was fun.
Is that what they call walking under a ladder?
I walked under a ladder today. We don't talk about it.
Top 5, by the way. The second through fifth are definitely within battling distance. Liam McNinch chasing down Linus Tech now. Archie Forsyth being chased down by Malt Stumpf. Ooh, they're very close going in through Sayat at the moment. There's only about 0.2 of a second between the two of them. You, by the way, missed the crash between Tom Johnson, I think, and Niels Bocage going in through Elf, and just before Sayat, I think Tom Johnson accidentally pitted the car 57 of Sebastian Rain. Or sorry, not Sebastian Rain, of Niels Bocage, and that led to an accident.
Yeah, well, I'm still learning into the game. It looks pretty good at the moment with the top 5. Look at that one amateur on his own in like a sandwich of pros. Almost literally got almost the same amount of pros on each side. So that poor little guy is having the time of his life.
I do love how the cones, by the way, every time like the top 5 go through a corner, or not through a corner, but through Europe car, they kick a cone up in the air and it just goes flying as Mulch Stumpf goes side by side with Archie Forsyth as they go down the start finish line. Mulch Stumpf will have the inside line and Archie Forsyth yields the position to him. So now Mulch Stumpf is now up into 4th position. So it is a 3-4-4. It is 1-3-4 for Manatee, with Linus Tech now being the rebel in between them. The Empire versus the Rebel forces. This is Star Wars all over.
Oh, come on. It's just because Linus is in the superior McLaren, everybody else, all the Manatee guys are in Audis. That's all it is. I mean, I'm looking at the live timings, and by the way, if you haven't checked the live timings out, please do. It's fantastic, these live timings. It's an Audi and McLaren, 3 Audis, a Ferrari and Mercedes, and then it's 3 Ferraris, 3 Audis, followed by Mercedes and then Ferrari. So nice cluster of stuff there. And the question I need to see is, where's the cursed Ford? Well, he's still in 32nd. If anybody wants to see, Josh Mayer is still there, 32nd, just a couple of seconds behind Taylor Lane, it looks like. So doing all the best he can there. I think he's made up a few places, but we do see it's still just 3 people in the pits by the looks of it as well. So
it is 4 at the moment. Oh no, there's 3 people actively in the pits, but there was 4 in total in the pits at one stage or another. I wouldn't have thought that they would be going into the pits because it is only a 30-minute race. I think they have enough fuel to make it to the end, as we do have another incident. We have this car, the number 52, or Louis Egerton, having an accident. Let's have a look and see what happened to him.
I don't know what did happen to him.
Coming through Seiya at the moment, being chased by the car number 11, I think that is. Car number 11. I think it is the car number 11. Fighting for P20. So, oh no, I think that's the car number 1 of Matt Heatrick. And he just hits the sausage on the exit of Worth. And that's not a happy Audi when he hits the wall. A happy Audi is when he doesn't eat the sausage. Oh dear. Yeah, that's his front left, his driver's side of that car is not looking good.
It looks horrible, doesn't it? Wow. I just want to keep an eye here. We've got the big gainer is Adam Christo. Did have that little accident, literal accident really, earlier in the race. But it's made up 11 places. He's the P13. We were talking about the reverse grid. Now, wouldn't it be great if he stays around here and the number is like that low, or he just gets an advantage and gets at the start of the grid. But if he gets to start near the top, that'd be fantastic for him. It's just what they're all aiming for. Where were the ones that he took? Well, I wouldn't say he took out. He accidentally pushed off the track. Cannot see them.
Martin Pearson, by the way, going into 25th position after a half a lap battle, side-by-side action between himself and James Goldstein. And Ingo Lampsian, by the way, was fighting the 3 of them, so it's almost a 3-way battle as James Goldstein looks onto the inside of Martin Pearson. Martin Pearson, of course, in his JCB, not taking any fuss from the Lapsat racing car. Number 2 and number 25 battling at the moment, a little bit of argy-bargy. But
look at the queue in front of them.
Yeah.
Look at it. One mistake and you're going to lose 5 places here. This is major. This is crunch time. Goldstein trying to make this work. Can't make it. Oh, that is an Audi. That's Ingo Lapsian losing it. Going into New Holland there. Not sure what happened. I think he just lost it coming out there. But now he's got Pearson on his tail. But there's not a close enough gap there for Pearson to make a move. But Lapsian will take the inside, the move to the middle. Yeah, to the middle. Oh, late braking from Pearson. Got called out there from Lapsian. Did a great job there to avoid him. Keeping it out there in Elf. He will set himself up through Renault. Now, it's a corner, but let's be honest. It is pretty much flat out once you get to a little bit. As we see Lapsian going a little bit wider than Pearson. Won't be able to set himself up at Repsol, but maybe there'll be an overtake at Seat.
Alex Crater in the chat saying, as Louis is in the Audi, did he technically clip the bratwurst? Just because he's German.
Oh, going side by side, Lapsian and Pearson will not make it stick there. Waits again, goes to Worth. Now, you can't really make the move at Worth. It's probably the narrowest corner on the track. He's going to go around Kamsa. Kamsa, I said that right, yep. Is going to... He takes a better apex there to Pearson, but he's still too far behind. He just lost the speed there. And again, all Goldstein is right behind them. Just waiting in the loud Audi, just waiting. Wants to take a different line. Pearson, I think Pearson is starting to think, when am I getting by this guy? I need to get by.
But you'll have to get by him you'll have to get by him in a clean way. Ingo is defending very well through these corners. It's a battle for 24th overall, but I think it's hard to actually determine because ACO doesn't support custom class setups, but it will soon. And we'll be implementing that so you guys can actually determine who's who in the people that do. As we have Martin Pearson coming down. He's not going to make a move. Quite late braking compared to Ingo Lapsing. This will be a battle to earmark. By the way, you were saying that Adam Christo was the biggest gainer at the moment. How many positions has he gained?
Not anymore. It's not anymore. It was 11, but I've just noticed we've got Callum Beaumont, who's gained 17 places up into 21st position. Car number 28 there. He's gained quite a few places. Doing pretty much just keeping it clean. There's not a lot of no damage on his car. It looks fresh, looks fine. In a battle with Mark Bailey for 20th at the moment, doing the best he can. Behind him, there's been all types of battles as well. Chris Miles just at the start of the track, and I say that he spins! As I say that, he spins! And look at that, as Murray Walker would say. I have just influenced the commentator's curse. He just took 22nd place from Carl Jalocki at the start of the lap, and then just as I go to him, he spins at Wolf. What can I say? I've done it again. Right.
Apparently we have no sound.
We have no sound?
On the stream. Chat, do we have sound?
No, I hear you. I hear I hear sound. Who's saying that? Is it Twitch? I must admit I haven't got Twitch back up yet.
Anthony Johnston says we have no sound. Oh, you can hear it fine.
It's interesting. Yeah. Must be a Twitch thing.
Twitch.
Right. So Jalocki is now in the battle. Is now under pressure from Ingo Lapsian. Almost got punted there by Ingo Lapsian to start the new lap. While we just go on this at the front of the field, it's pretty much unchanged at the moment. Mats Gay has put a 4-second lead on Linus Tech now, who has got Liam McNinch behind him, but he's getting pressured by Malt Stumpf there for P3. That'll be a podium battle there at the moment. It's the two Audis, one for Manatee and one for I'm not sure what team Liam races for. I will work that out, but it's not Manatee, I can tell you that right. McNinch, sorry, yeah. But it's not Manatee.
It is Manatee. It is Manatee. He's got a Manatee livery.
Oh, my livery's not updated for him.
But he's under battle from his teammate at the moment. Mulch Stumpf looking to the inside line, and Lee McNinch going wide on the outside. But Mulch Stumpf does not make the move while hooking the rear end. What a move, Archie! Oh no, wait, that's not Archie. Archie is just right behind him. There he is. As again, Mulch Stumpf looking on the inside line. Lee McNinch and Mulch Stumpf fighting each other through the infield. Now this will be a good thing for the likes of Linus Tech now up ahead of him, because he can gain a gap, and he already has done. He's gained a 2.8 second gap, and he can comfortably sit and, well, get to the end of this race without too much issues. Archie, use your grip pad. If iRacing gave these cars push to pass, we would see some very interesting moves. Like just open up the turbos, open up the engines.
It'd be fan boost in Formula E, and Manatee would get all the fan boost. And right now, Maltstomp doesn't need fan boost. He's going to make this overtake. No, he's not. They're side by side in the exit of the camper, and then the inside when they come up to the next corner, which is Bonk. Yep, McNinch takes the inside of there for Bonk Sabadell. So will not be able to make it again, Malt. He will have to wait for the start-finish straight to make this move stick. Not where he wants to wait, really. I think he wanted to get this done pretty early. The gap now between these two and Tech now is 4 seconds. It was only 2 seconds before they crossed the line. So they've lost 2 seconds. As they're now going side by side, using the side draft, Stump will get his nose in front, but McNinch does have the inside. McNinch will have the better line. They go side by side, but no! Stump gets that position. Can he hold on to it? Almost touching. They come to Renault. Side by side, they still go. And for one moment, McNinch had it. Then it was Stump. It's a horse race at the moment. They are neck and neck as they come around to the final furlong of the lap. I'd made that really bad, but they're still side by side. Stump takes it coming around Repsol, but it's gone wide. So that gives the move to McNinch. See, that will be where they decide this. Side by side, the slow corner. Still side by side. And now Archie Forsyth is saying, hey, this is fun. Can I join in? He's going to hold back. Can Stump hold this now through work? Finally, after 4-5 corners, Stump gets the position. What a battle. But this is, like I said, this has brought in Forsyth. And Tech now has just gone sayonara in front of them.
The cones are being murdered again. It's Liam McNinch being under threat from Archie Forsyth. Archie Forsyth going side by side, going around the outside. Can he hold it? He can't. They both kick out the heels of the cars. Archie getting the door closed on him by Liam McNinch. Liam McNinch does not want to lose another position. Mulch Stump will now go on the charge towards Iron Tech now. We won't have enough time. There's 2 minutes remaining in the race. It's 2 laps to go. As they come down through New Holland, Archie Forsyth needs to charge. He can gain 1 position, I think, within the next 2 minutes. And he definitely has to make it within the next few corners as they come down the start-finish straight. You can see in the background the car of Adam Miles kicking up dust and dirt. Sorry, I just sound Irish there. It always sounds better when you say dirt in an Irish way. Archie Forsyth chasing.
Go on.
Archie Forsyth chasing Liam McNinch.
But to say we've got the 2 big gainers. Now, funny enough, remember how we were saying Hoggard and Furtz didn't set a time? Well, they both made up 24 positions. Hoggard's 17th, Furtz is 18th. There's 0.8 of a second between them, as Hoggard is fighting Barkley for P16th. In front of him is Stefan Kurtzman, who was 14th, but going into Lacacia, lost it to Neil Butler. Yes, the Butler did it at Lacacia with the lead pipe. And I don't know why I've tried to go into a Cluedo reference then, but you get the gist.
Why did you go into a Cluedo reference? That's the question I want to ask.
It was Butler at Barcelona with the lead pipe. I don't know.
But we're not solving a crime scene here. We're solving how do we broadcast this great footage that we're seeing. As, by the way, Kyle Jacula, I think, is battling between Sunderman and Beaumont on the timing sheet. There was a bit of an issue, I think. As you can see, Christian first cutting the sausage, not eating it. He's just cutting the sausage. He's like the butcher in the butcher shop. He's cutting the sausage. No real. Oh, please don't blink. Oh, okay, good. He blinked for a second, but he came back.
So Mads Gay has crossed the line, and if Barney was here, he'd be waving the white flag. But for some reason, they don't wave white flags. But Barney should be there waving his white flag at the moment, so as they now start the final lap. He's 5 seconds ahead of Tech now, who, like I said, because of that battle between the teammates Stump and McNinch, has gained a lot of time, and it's just holding back now. And somehow McNinch has to attack Stump if he wants his podium, or he can defend and let Stump have the podium and defend against Forsyth. Either way, he's not in a good position in this little sandwich, but hey ho. He's a little manatee that could, and he'll do his best.
the little sandwich, the manatee sandwich that could. Uh, so what are we considering it like a Big Mac meal? Like it's a big manatee meal instead, with like the meat in the middle and then it's a manatee on the sides.
Yeah. Can I have a big manatee with fries, please? I'll have that with a Coke, no ice. You know, it's not that cold. Yeah, I'll take some sauces as well. I'll take some hot sauce from Barcelona, and I'll take some flaming sauce.
And 53 track temperatures as well.
But coming around Europe car right now to take the checkered flag for the first race of the night. Coming now to New Holland, Tim Matsgay. Who else but Tim Matsgay will cross the line and take the first race of the evening. Does the little weave, slide to the left, slide to the right. Matsgay takes the win.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Bam.
Hang on.
Archie Forsyth going. Can he get it? No, he can't. No, not fast enough, but he almost got it. So now we're just seeing the lead amateur, Rick Cohen, coming across the line in 6th position overall. What a great race from him.
Great race as well. Adam Miles, Tristan Iglesias, and Pascal Radschorn just coming over. Ben Smith overtook Pascal Radschorn at the end of the race. That won't be an important decision there because Ben Smith is an amateur, Radschorn is a pro. So Ben Smith will take P2 in the amateurs with Jack Hills just keeping Harry Wills off his back for P3 in the amateurs. Adam Christo will finish P13, made up 11 places. But the big guys, 25 places. Christian Furtz on the last lap over to Jonathan Hoggart.
We've got a problem. Matt Heatrick has run out of fuel.
Who?
Matt Heatrick, the number 1 car, has run out of fuel and he's dropping down the pecking order in a big way.
Oh no.
Let's have a look at this now. Let's have a look. As you can see, he's going around La Caixa fine. No, he's not. He's running out of fuel here. He's stuttering. The car is stuttering. Let's go on the inside. Let's have a listen to the car. The car is stuttering.
That is a sad sight. Also, hello, Crease there. Just to let people know, 5 people raid there from Crease onto our Twitch chat. Welcome. You've just missed the end of the first race of 2 tonight. 30 minutes around the Barcelona historic circuit. So we've just finished the first race with Tim Matsgay winning with line. We better just quickly go over the results while we're here.
Oh, it's the boys. It's the boys. What's the crack, boys?
So Tim Matsgay will take the win here with Linus Tech now 2nd, Mount Stump 3rd, Liam Ninch 4th, Archie Forsyth 5th. Rick Cohen was 6th. He is the lead amateur driver and will take the win for the amateurs. Then back to the pros, Adam Miles 7th, Tristan Iglesias 8th. Ben Smith, another amateur, is 9th. He will take 2nd for the amateurs. Pascal Radschorn will take 10th, a pro. Jack Hills, amateur 11th. Harry Wills, amateur 12th. Adam Christo made up 11 places to finish 13th. He's a pro. Neil Butler, 14th, amateur. Stefan Kurtzman, amateur, 15th.
In 16th position is Isaac Barkley with a 47.28 down the road in the car 36. In 17th is Christian Furtz, the Radeon TV 96. In 18th is Jonathan Hoggard. I think he was the only one that started from the pits, if I remember.
No, Christian Furtz, but those two, Hoggard and Furtz, they just started at the back of the grid. Don't think they were pit stops, they were just starting the back of the grid.
Mark Bailey is in 19th position in number 7. In 20th is Ingo Lapsine, who was fighting with, I think that was... Who was it? I think it was either Goldstein or Bailey for the last few laps. James Goldstein in 21st position, just following ahead of Mark Sonderman, who had a few incidents during the race, I think. Callum Bowman in 23rd position. Carl Jacqueline in 24th. Martin Pearson in 25th. Chris Miles in 26th. In 27th is Joshua Mayer in the Cursed Ford GT3. In 28th is Taylor Lane. In 29th is Niels Bocage, who had that incident coming into the exit of Elf on the first corner. Josh Seymour in 30th position, having a nice quiet race to himself. Martin Devlin in 31st position. Mariusz Janke following up behind in 32nd. Matt Heatrick ran out of fuel just before the start finish line and dropped all the way down to 33rd position. Louis Eggertson in 34th with a few issues on the road. He had the accident coming out of Rust, and hit the wall on the exit. Simon Marshall, Chris Hamer, and Sebastian Rain, 35th, 36th, and 37th respectively. And then Simon Dodd is the first car to be a lap down. We then followed by Andrew Miller and Jonas Dreyer, and then Tom Johnson and Jack Wells.
Yeah, Jack Wells was 3 laps down. Tom Johnson was 10 laps down. Andrew Miller was 16 laps down, and Jonas Dreyer, I think he was the one that had the helicopter, was 7, or the fidget spinner as you called it, was 17 laps down. So now we're just waiting for the draw to see. Well, really, because it's a random draw. We're not taking. We're not like Formula 2 and Formula 3. We're not taking the top 10 and flipping them. Oh no, it's going to be a fixed number, and whatever that number is, we will see. So, what number would you like to see chaos? What number would you love to see out this random generator?
Let me just go ahead and switch to the intermission. We'll try and draw a number out now, just really quickly.
I think they're doing it, aren't they? I think the admins are doing it.
They just asked me to do it here really quick. Let's see now if I can get the random number generator up.
Just say that David from the streets picked the random number generator today. We are using Sheila for the random number generator, and the circuit board we're using is circuit board number 5. If you used to be part of the National Lottery, you would totally get that joke.
But you're British, so I don't think anybody outside of Britain would get that joke.
I think everyone's too young to get that joke as well. I'm showing my age.
Yeah, but we knew that already.
It's just show my age where they'll just get a random bloke in what looks like a snooker referee suit with gloves, just with like a whole placard of cards for someone to choose in the middle of the street. Oh, just look at the camera and show them what you've got in the camera. Oh, it's Giovand. Okay, now open this one. Now pick that out. Oh, it's number 7. Ooh, superstitions. That machine will give you a different result.
The number is 35. 35 is the random number that has been generated.
No. Is that real?
Yeah, it is absolutely real.
Is that what we're going with?
Well, we have to be fair. It's part of the league rules.
So, this... this means... just going to confirm that in the announcements, are we? 35 is indeed the number. So congratulations to Simon Marshall. You are pole for race 2. And that means Tim Matzke starts 35th.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. So just a quick rundown of the cards who will not lose their positions. Chris Hamer will start 36th, Sebastian Rain 37th, Simon Dodd 38th, Jack Wells 39th, Tom Johnson 40th, Andrew Miller 41st, and Jonas Dreyer 42nd. Wow, that is going to be fantastic. But pole will be Simon Marshall, P2 will be Louis Eggleston, P3 will be Matt Heatrick, Mariusz Janke is 32nd, will be 4th. I'm getting it wrong, but there you go. That's your top 4. So yeah, really the names we will be looking out for is Jonathan Hoggard and Christian Furtz. It's in the middle of all that. Adam Christo will be about the same place he started in the last race, and he made up 11 spots, so that's going to be really good actually. That could be one to watch as well. But the guys at the front of this field, it's going to be right at the back, and I don't know if I want to be there or not if I was those cars.
For those on the YouTube, how did you like that first race? Did you like the action? Did you like the excitement? There's 42. There's 42 people watching on YouTube, by the way. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy that people. Pretty happy that everybody's tuning in and enjoying. Adjoining? Jesus. I can't even say English words.
Adjoining
the content.
So we're just waiting for the session to go up. The session will go up, and then there'll be 10 minutes practice beforehand, just so they can get used to it. Now it's also a different start time in terms of sim time. I believe it will now be late afternoon, so it's not going to be in the afternoon. So that will lower the temperatures down, which I think a lot of people will be screaming, "Thank God for!" Because 53 Celsius track temperature. That's probably like about 128 Fahrenheit. If I was doing that on an oval, I would be crying. So I cannot imagine what it would be like on a road course. The closest I've come to, I don't know about you, did you ever race Interlagos in the middle of the day? And
no.
Like, the temperatures at Interlagos?
No, thankfully.
So I do remember IMSA and VRS were at Interlagos for the same week. And the VRS guys went for an evening start time, and IMSA was an afternoon. So it was quite interesting to see these GT3s lapping faster than the guys in the GTEs in IMSA, because VRS had like a 20 Celsius cooler track compared to the guys in IMSA. It was really weird just doing an IMSA race and doing like a 130, or I don't know what it's like, a 126 or something like that, and then you go to VRS 125. I'm like, hang on, what? What's going on? Oh my god, what? It's 20 Celsius? We've just raced 40 Celsius. What's going on? It was crazy, and the worst thing was it got hotter. It went up 5 degrees. It went up like between 5 and 10 degrees as you went through the race in IMSA. So I haven't raced in Barcelona in those temperatures, but I've raced in really hot. I've raced in 40 degrees. I can imagine how bad it is.
We're going to just show, by the way, the lap 2 crash that involved Jonas Dreyer of the number 5 car again. So this is him on the replay. And as you can see, he's battling between himself and I think that is a car number 14. I think that is... Who is he? Car number 14. It is Andrew Miller. As they come down into New Holland. Car number 5. What happens here? The car number 14 drifts out, smacks the side of Jonas Dreyer, and he goes flying, and then he has a fidget spinner moment. There you go. Yeah, that was unfortunate. It had to happen that way, but that car was toast as soon as that happened.
Every time I watch it, especially the car, especially the last contact as well, that's the worst. You know, it's quite bad. Just looking at the timings while we look at it, the intervals was quite interesting because it was quite close racing, and like there were those pockets again. You know, the top what was it, 5 seconds between first and or 6 seconds between first and second. Then you go about 5 seconds between second and third, a second between that, then about a tenth of a second and 6. There wasn't really any big gaps. Like the biggest gaps were what, 10 seconds between 8th and 9th, 15 seconds between 18th and 19th. There was 48 between 36th and 37th, but not entirely sure. Rain just had some damage, so that would have been that. But it was nice. Nice bunched up stuff there. Did we get his triple overtake on camera? I don't think we did we?
We need to figure who is he. We'll try and get it.
Yeah, I'd like to work out who it was. That'd be nice to see.
By the way, I think what was the fastest lap of that race? Well, I just looked at it now. It's Tim Matzke with a 1:43.698.
What a lap! I did see he went purple, and I was like, wow. But didn't get a chance to say it as I usually do. It was a fantastic 698. So really, that's like what people were doing, like in qualifying or trying to do in qualifying. So that just shows you the difference as well with fuel and setups and blah. You know, next race is due to start, or it's meant to start now. We're waiting for the sessions to go live. But while we wait for that. Don't forget that we do have live timings. If you check the YouTube chat, I'm pretty sure if you look on Twitch somewhere, they're there. Are they? Maybe.
No, they're not. No, not on Twitch. They're just on YouTube at the moment.
They're not. But the Discords on both are fresh Discord, the Radion TV Discord. To do check that out. We don't bite. We just. Well, Rob snorts with laughter, and I just facepalm every time. So nothing new there, and I do make loads of spelling mistakes. So don't worry about it. I can mess up people's names, and I can mess up words as well. The server has gone live. Don't forget as well. If you do like our action, if you are on YouTube, the usual shield, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell, and wait for to be told when we go live again. But we can tell you we will be going live on Friday night for the ILMS broadcast, which I believe is at Daytona this week. So
oh no, I'm already ready for like death.
Ready for death? Oh, come on. Everybody knows now. I think everybody in this chat will agree that there is nothing more fun than multi-class racing at Daytona, especially when you've got the varying speeds of a prototype car and a GT car. It just adds chaos. It's fantastic. I don't know how anyone can hate it.
But I mean, I still have qualms about it.
I mean, did you have qualms over the SimLab Productions challenge this week?
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean, have you seen where they're racing? Let's take a bunch of Jettas and Solstice and Mazdas and make them race Daytona Oval. What could go wrong?
So I'm just trying to figure out which is the session. Oh, I do see the session now. I think this is it.
Yeah, there was only one, so I'm pretty sure that's the one. 35. We just have to stress that again. 35 was what the random number generator came up with. So everybody from 35 onward and up gets switched around. I don't think I've ever seen a reverse grid with that much. With that big of a number.
Well, now you get to see it, and you get to see death.
I can't wait. On one hand, I'm like, this is going to be amazing to see some of these cars work their way up. On the other hand, I'm thinking there is going to be chaos, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Well, your body's ready now, whether you like it or not.
So if you're that driver that got a top 10, now remember I was saying a top 10 could be like the position you want to be because that could get you a good start, and no, that's gone out the window. So if you're one of those guys in the top 10 that last race, how do you take the first lap for this race? Do you do the Charles Leclerc? Yes, I'm saying that, the Charles Leclerc, trying to make up as many places as fast as you can on the first lap, or do you just take your time and wait for the mistakes? At the end of the day, it's a 30-minute race. So what would you do?
I would panic. Essentially, that's exactly what I would do.
Okay, so there's no like strategy from you. You would just be there on the You would just be there waiting in your car with the hand completely shaking like crazy.
Yes. I'd be the nervous wreck at the start of the race, being like, "Oh no, I'm about to die. I don't wanna do. I'm gonna get killed."
You laugh? That's me in oval racing. Oh no, I'm not at the front. Oh no, I'm in the middle. I don't like this. I'm gonna die. Right. Like, if you race ovals, you will understand the saying, I'm just going to go to the side of the track, everyone go by me. Because nobody wants to be that guy in the middle, because there's always going to be a crash in ovals. So, literally, if you're in the middle of the field, I would worry big time. So
absolutely.
Hold me, Rob. It's going to be chaos.
I can't hold you. You have to go through the screen, We'd have to punch the monitors.
So social distancing and all that. you know. But I mean, we've seen our fair share of chaos over the last few weeks. We are now technically the world famous Rally on TV after literally getting everywhere in iRacing Twitch clips videos. So as I'm just watching Carl Jackalot just spin off at where else but Renault. But no, I guess the cat's out the bag. Really, we're quite popular now with our clips.
Yeah, I think one of the clip of that Audi getting rear-ended by that Porsche was you said at one stage it was like the third top viewed clip, and I was pretty proud of that.
It was the third top viewed clip for the week. Yeah, for the last 7 days it was there. It was the third most viewed clip, and everybody was I would say everyone was talking about it. Everybody was watching it, whether that be on a Twitch clips or iRacing highlight videos. Or iRacing's official highlight videos, which I guess being we're streaming iRacing, we should hype up the service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a bit fair.
Anyways, I am going to grab some water, so you entertain the chat. I'll be back.
Entertain the chat. Okay. So, Nathan MS, I heard that clip was from a great series. Well, depends, Mr. MS, because. Pretty sure you've been in a couple of these clips yourself that have not made it. In all due fairness, let's be fair, you've had a couple of clips that were quite memorable that did not make it into Twitch clips. But no, the one of the big clips that you may have seen in Rents Defense's latest video was a certain Fanatec GT1 challenge. It's a series we also broadcast on a Sunday night at 1945 GMT. As I always say, hashtag make GT1 great again. Every series we do, whether it's the leagues or the officials, you just got that good community, and then the GT1 community is growing. This week, if you're a guy that's got the GT1 or you want to give it a go, this week is like the pipe dream for people, because it's a track that shouldn't be popular but is popular. It is the Nordschleife this week for the GT1 challenge, so do check them out. Just hyping them up there. They're a nice series. Do check them out on the forums, on Discord, everywhere. We can put you in the right directions if you need it. But yeah, the Nordschleife this week, they've got 4 hot splits which they race on. One of them's happening as we speak, but the big race every Sunday night. But Nordschleife, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Taylor Lane, watch Bush's latest video and you'll see me absolutely send it on a Porsche into the pit lane. There you go, Mr. Lane. That is the man that made us famous. Thank you very much. Just see, I mean, many people know that you've got Bush. He doesn't do any sound effects on his videos. Racing Esport Family, they don't do any effects. Then you've got Rents, who does a lot of effects, and now iRacing did their own. And shout out to iRacing for doing what I thought was a brilliant sound effect and visual effect with the TV MA after I said this is not a PG stream anymore. Because that was it just amuses me that like people can take just the smallest of things you say and just turn it into something good. So these content creators, I just sit here and shout down a microphone, and these guys do all the hard work. Robert does all the hard work here, and shout out to Robert doing everything he can. Setting everything up with the live timings this week, the overlays created by him, everything created by, everything's just hand built with grassroots. Like everything else, that is the joy of communities here. We're all grassroots. We're all trying to grow. So even this league, you could argue is grassroots. Look at the community it built, and that is the power of sim racing, I think. Rob is still on his drink. We're waiting. It's about 6 minutes to go until the servers start. Just an idea of how the time of day has changed the track temperature. It's 25 Celsius right now. For any Americans there, that's 77 Fahrenheit. So that gives you an idea of the change in temperatures. So we will be seeing the lower times already. Linus Tech now in practice throws down a 141.766, and so does Jonathan Hoggard, a 141.913. So, like, we were barely seeing anyone come near the 41s, and now we've got people in the 41s in practice. So there won't be any qualifying. It's just straight out, right away. Once the 15 minutes are over, it's straight into the grid, and it will be the reverse grid, which I'm still amazed it's 35. Like I said, the random number generator always gives the right result. I think we had 13 for the first race, and sorry, my internet just playing up. If I sound weird, it's my internet just being really weird for some unknown reason. I do apologize. Yeah, no, the first time we did this was the press day. That was, I think, 13 was the random number generator. So who's enjoying this? Who's enjoying this reverse grid with 35? Let's be honest. I mean, we all want the chaos, but I got to be honest. From a guy that you know, when they always talk about let's improve F1 and do reverse grids, who sees and who likes in general in chat, who likes the reverse grids? Personally, for me, when you're watching F2, the idea that you can have the cameras on a battle for P10 in the first race is fantastic, because you've got a different battle going on, and that means if you've got that battle going, you're watching them, because whoever gets that P10 gets that pole position for the next race, and that's what people want to see. So, you know, you get more eyes on more drivers in that standpoint. Yeah, if we knew what if we knew what the number was here, we could have done the same thing. But the random number generator that is a fantastic thing. But who is in favour of reverse grids in not just F1 but just generally?
I'd be a fan.
You would be a fan. What, in F1? I mean, it'd be a bit boring in F1. Let's be brutally honest. Because it would be like, oh, well, Lewis Hamilton or Valtteri Bottas has won the Grand Prix. Next week, it's a reverse grid with them starting in 13th position. Oh, it's lap 2 and Lewis Hamilton's got past everybody.
I mean, it'd still be a good thing to do.
Oh, no, it'd be absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it works when you've got the likes of the F2 and the F3. I don't know if you watched the feeder series. It's it just works so well.
My boy Matt Gallagher got into the F2 broadcast, and I am so happy for him.
No, I did see that. It was great to just see like the work that the esports series has done. You've seen it really in every racing series that I've done on the online stuff. How well it's helped people. You know, NASCAR's gained a lot of traction now. Not just because of what they've been doing on the track and off the track, but on the sim racing, they gained some traction. Then you've got IMSA, not so much. IndyCar gained some traction. The W Series is gaining traction at the moment. That's being shown on the BBC website there, you know, as well. So all the sim racing has really helped as well, like the virtual Le Mans. So sim racing really has drawn the eyes onto motorsports in a good light. So it does help, and so to see those who helped get rewarded, I'm all for it.
By the way, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ready on TV. And yeah, that's my shilling done.
Yeah,
and click the
and maybe in about 10 years' time we'll be doing the F1. We'll be at Bahrain or Singapore or Hungary, going, yeah, it's lights out and away we go, and just shouting. So
look what I've written on the starter. Look what I've written.
There it's a reverse grid.
Yeah.
So there are a couple people having issues joining. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but we'll try and sort that out. but most of them is in the service. Just quick update on drivers who are doing some practice laps in they're now cold 25 Celsius, Rob. They're now 25 Celsius track. Linus Tech now in practice has done a 41.423. Miles Stump a 41.590. Liam McNinch a 41.603. Jonathan Hoggard a 141.913, and that's the only guys in the 41s. But then you've got Archie Forsyth a 42.052, Iglesias a 42.154. Basically everybody's in the 42s after that. Let's be honest. The checkered flag has come down for practice, so we will be going live, and this is going to be a crazy grid to describe to start. I don't know how we do this apart from normal.
I think we'll just say this is the grid. Prepare for death.
This is not the greatest grid in the world. No, this is just a tribute. We couldn't remember the greatest grid in the world because it was reverse grid. Nope, this is a tribute.
Really, Tenacious D at this moment in time.
Right, so here we go. This is crazy. We're going to quickly run. I'm going to quickly run down the important numbers here. Simon Marshall with pole. Matt Heatrick in P2. Marius Janke P3. Martin Devlin 4th. Josh Seymour 5. Neil Backard 6th. Taylor Lane 7th. Joshua Mayer in the Ford 8th. Chris Miles 9th. Martin Pearson 10th. Jacqueline 11th. Callum Beaumont 12th. Mark Sunderman 13th. James Goldstein 14th. Ingo Lapsian 15th. Mark Bailey 16th. Jonathan Hoggard 17th. Christian First 18th. Remember, those two did not qualify in the last race, and they almost made up the same places. So they're basically starting where they finished almost last race. Isaac Barkley 19th. Kurtzman 20th. Neil Butler will take 21st. Adam Christo 22nd. Harry Wills 23rd. Jack Hills 24th. Pascal Radshawn 25th. Ben Smith 26th. Iglesias 27th. Adam Miles 28th. Rick Cohen 29th. Archie Forsyth 30th. Now the big guns. McNinch 31st. Miles Stump 32nd. Linus Tech now 33rd. Tim Matske 34th. Oh, it's crazy.
I'll let you get the start for this one, by the way, because I did the first one. We have to share responsibility on these ones.
I don't even know where to look.
Look at the start. That's where you need to look.
You look at the front. You look at the pace car. Oh, my voice is getting a little bit hoarse. I like it. Pace car pulls into the pit lane. Coming around New Holland as we speak. It's Marshall. Simon Marshall will take the green flag. He put the brakes on. Slows them down. Is that am I just seeing things there? Now he goes green. Wow, that was a late thing. Catching everybody off guard. This is going to be chaos. It's 3 wide down the back. What? It's 3, almost 4 abreast at the back of the field. I gotta keep an eye on this right now. Yankee, it's Taylor Lane trying to make a move. They're 3 wide into the first corner. There's chaos. The 25, there is loads of chaos. Motor cars off, 2 cars, 3 cars. That's the number 12 car in the middle spun around. Loads of cars there, but at the moment, it still looks like Simon Marshall. No, Simon Marshall is now down the field. Who is in the lead at the moment? It's Martin Devlin. Martin Devlin takes the lead from Taylor Lane. Marius Janke into 3rd still. Matt Heatrick, and now Taylor Lane wants to make a move coming through Repsol. He will take it. Now they're side by side going into Altus. It's Devlin and Lane. Devlin with the inside takes the lead still. Lane wants to respond. Can he respond? He goes a little bit wide coming out of Seat. Will not make a move at Worth. I don't know where to look. Pearson's gained up 5 spots. What's happened at the back of the field?
I'm doing a replay now, and it was just chaos at the start, and you can see
it's still chaos. It's still chaos at Seat. I've just flicked over, and there are loads of cars off at Seat. It looks like Chris Miles and Neil Backard just gone off. I do not have the replay, but I've just flicked over to Matske, and there's just a gaggle of cars in the gravel.
You can see on the replay just the multiple angles of just chaos at the start. Harry Wills gets taken out. I need to figure out. Let me try a shop review.
That car flipping! What was that car flipping? Wow.
Let's have a look at the chopper view now. As we can see, we have the camera on Harry Wills. It gets held up by the car in front of him, and as you can see, the laps at iRacing Merc just went into I need to see that again.
I just think just the point where you look at that, Simon Marshall, our pole sitter, is in the pits. I did not see what happened, but he is off the track. Devlin, Lane, Yankee, Heatrick, Hoggard.
This I can't even speak right now. There's so much chaos.
It's yeah. So
yeah, we're speechless right now.
So Matsuke gained 12 places. Tom Johnson gained 18. Simon Dodd 16. I don't even know what to say. So what about the others? You say? Adam Christo has lost his bumper. He's now side by side with Bradshaw, touching with Pascal Bradshaw there. He's in 25th. He's lost some places. Neil Backage, well, his car looks clean, but he's 18 places down. Oh, the front of his car's not clean. That would explain everything. Christian Furtz as well. He's had some damage. He's sitting in 23rd. That's the Radion car. Has got damage at the back. I'm sorry.
Why did you do this to us? You've cursed us.
Right. Linus Tech now has made up 17 places into P13. 16, sorry. Chris Hamer's made up 18 places into P17. Archie Forsyth 14. So, out of all those guys at the start, at the top of the track, who was at the top of last race, they've all gained a lot of places apart from Tim Matsuke. Mount Stump has gained 20 places from that first lap chaos.
So the cars currently in the pits are Harry Wills, Mark Bailey, Ingo Lapsine, Kyle Jackalette, Simon Marshall, Sebastian Rain, Rick Cohen, Ben Smith and Jack Hills are all in the pits, and there's a lot of cars out here that have just got a lot of damage.
I saw some wings, Ben. I gotta be honest. When I clip that restart, when I clip that first corner, it's just gonna have the tagline. This is what happens when you have a 35 car reverse grid. I mean, fair play. I don't know what happened at the start there, but it was a very slow start as Hoggard sends it to see it from Taylor Lane and makes it stick. What a send! And will now go down into Worth. It's a different corner. Lane is still on the back of Hoggard there. It's Ferrari on Ferrari. One is a black and gold, the other is just a bog standard Ferrari La Corsa 488 livery. Oh, sorry.
You really are not happy with that AF Corsa livery.
Make it fun! Look at Martin Devlin, he's got the British flag at the back of that Ferrari. That looks fantastic. And some rainbows. We racers one, and actually is that Mercedes triangles? No, don't do this to me. They got Mercedes triangles as well on that car.
On which one?
That on Martin Devlin.
Martin Devlin.
He's got rainbows, and then he's got what looks to be like Mercedes triangles.
Car number 36 is under threat from car number 13. Linus Tech now is reeling on the back end of Archie. Oh, no, sorry, not Archie Forsyth. Isaac Barkley is under threat from Linus Tech now as they go down the start-finish line.
We got a lead change.
Oh, do we?
We got a lead change. Jonathan Hoggard goes around the outside of Martin Devlin to take the lead. Pretty straightforward there with the slipstream. So now it looks like Devlin's in the defence now from Taylor Lane as he's catching. Marius Yankee out of nowhere. He lost a place on the start, but is now catching back up. The McLaren Manatee, the McAtee, as I could. I'm never saying that again, but I will. The McAtee there is making a charge.
Manatee.
No, but it's a McLaren and it's a Manatee. McAtee. Get it?
Stop it right now. Stop this.
Martin Pearson and Joshua Mayer behind him, going side by side, and Joshua Mayer makes the corner, makes the position, and now Martin Pearson loses to Malt Stump. So there is a gaggle of manatees. There is an Audi Manatee, a Ford Manatee, and a McLaren Manatee, all in those positions, catching up right now, as we see Taylor Lane getting past Martin Devlin, or defending from Martin Devlin, and this brings in Yankee for there. Oh, it's a spin there from Lane. He's gone wide there at Blanc Sabadell. So he will lose some places. That was unfortunate. Just having the back kick out there. It's lap 4, so it shouldn't be cold tyres. Just trying to push too hard there, I think.
Yeah, so they won't have the appreciation of the high track temperatures they had. It was peaking at 53 degrees on the first race, and now it's down to a cool 20-ish degrees, so they'll have to be careful on the first few laps. But definitely at the start there was definitely a lot of chaos at the start, as the car number 8, sorry, not car number 8, it is Martin Pearson getting overtaken by Liam McNish as he makes his charge up the standings as they come through Renault now. Martin Pearson not fighting for the position, as it is amateur on pro, and pro has their own race to contend with and amateur has their own race to contend with. But Martin Pearson is now under threat from 2 other amateurs behind him. It is Callum Bowman and Josh Seymour looking to make good on that overtake, as there's now a gaggle of about 6 or 7 cars, and Linus Techno is on the rear end of... I hate to do this, but Josh Seymour I think he was rear-ended. Let's have a replay of that. Running on replay. Let's go. Josh Seymour coming around Sayat, chasing the car in 8th position. That was Callum Beaumont. And the car 31 behind him in Taylor Lane. Let's see what happened to Josh Seymour. Ooh, I think he might have been neck-coded and then hit the car of Taylor Lane in front of him, but the only person that fell short of that, pulled the shortest stick, was the car number 24, Josh Seymour, and he's now down in 19th position.
Yeah, Tristan Iglesias had a moment of worth, and quite a moment as well. Caught the gravel braking at Worth. The car went wide in front of him as well. Josh Seymour, as we were saying, he went a bit wide, tried to rejoin. He had no control of the car. It kicked back in and hit Forsyth, and he loses a couple places, Iglesias, but at the same time, the battle there between Technow and Barkley did get by. So Technow does recover to a P11. Tim Matzke is now 13th, but Malt Stumpf, now we knew that they'd be gaining spots, but Malt Stumpf has gained 28 spots and we're on lap 6. And I know a lot of that is basically from the first lap chaos, but that is a lot of places to make up, especially when you've got McNinch making 25 and Forsyth making 20 and Matzke only making 21, so lots. And actually Marius Janke is the only car, there's two cars that start in the top, 3 cars that start in the top, 4 cars start in the top 10 that are still there, which is Devlin's made up 2 spots into 2nd now, started 4th. Janke hasn't lost a spot, he started 3rd, still is 3rd. Joshua Mayer started 8th, is in 5th. Martin Pearson started 10th, he's in 7th. And Taylor Lane started 7th and he's now in 9th. Apart from that, it's just a mixed bag of people that have been everywhere.
We're on board with Linus Techno currently being chased. No, sorry, we're on board with Matsky, and he is chasing down Linus
what's happened
Techno.
to Devlin? What's happened to Devlin? He lost a lot of places. Did he have a slowdown?
He might have
lost. No, he just lost. He just went wide at Repsol and let 2 cars go by. So he's now P5. He was P2. Has now lost him, and Malt Stumpf has taken 2nd position. It's not a last to first challenge. He won't be last to first, but he's made up 30 positions now, and there's 19 minutes remaining.
Linus Tech now. Ooh, bit of an argy-bargy going in. Car number 28 there. The car number 28 being Callum Bowman, trying to navigate the pros that are hounding all over him at the moment. Linus Tech now is trying to just overtake him now, as they do touch. I thought they did, but seems to be fine. And we've got another incident. Tristan Iglesias is now off the track, and that car is looking a bit more damaged. Let's have a quick replay of that incident, as he was battling the car number 16. Let's have a look. Ooh, car number 16. That was in... I think it's the car number 16. It is the car number 16. of Neil Butler hits the rear end of Tristan Iglesias, and he's now down in 28th
Rob,
position.
I've got to say it. I'm sorry. I've got to say it. It was the Butler that did it. I'm sorry. I've been waiting to say that. I've been waiting for the moment to say it. It's not the right moment, but the Butler did it. I'm sorry.
Neil Butler's going to be in my DMs. Is like, can we stop making Cluedo references?
No, I don't know where the Butler did it is from. It's not Cluedo reference. I can't remember. So I just remember the Butler did it, and I cannot remember that reference. The Butler did it is an expression commonly believed to have been coined by mystery author Mary Robert Reinhardt in a 1930 novel, The Door.
Why do you have to look up a Wikipedia article to explain the joke?
Because I remember it somewhere, and I just can't remember. So let's get back to some real racing. Come on, let's get back to some real racing.
Yeah, let's get back to real racing. We have
30 cars on the lead lap.
We have Archie Butler. Sorry, Archie Forsyth. Now you just got Butler stuck in my head. Archie Butler is in the middle of 5. Linus Techno and Tim Matske are hounding behind him, trying to look and get past. But he's trying to look and get past 2 amateurs. Taylor Lane and Martin Pearson are fighting at the moment, so it really is a dicey operation to try and see if they can get past. There's 60 minutes left on the clock, as Archie Forsyth might look to... He does look, but also...
Ooh, that's a scent! That's a scent! Can he hold it?
He can't. He oversent it, and that has left the door open for Archie Forsyth to take 2 positions in 2 corners. Can he make it stick? He can't. He runs wide on bike coming up to Europcar, and he has to sit behind Martin Pearson, but he's got a great move coming out onto the main start-finish straight as Linus Tech now makes the move around. Ooh, Tim Master getting squeezed onto the gravel. As they go into the start-finish straight, he has to go side by side down the start-finish straight with Taylor Lane, and Tim Matske probably will seal the deal, as does Linus Tech now. Linus Tech now seals the deal on Archie Forsyth, so I've just cursed him. He's now back in the middle.
Archie Forsyth started the middle of that last lap in the middle, and he's still in the middle. Matske wants to try and go wide around the outside of Renault here. Cannot make it stick. That looked like Tech now wanted to make a move. Oh, the braking. Forsyth and Matske just had to slam on the brakes there as Tech now getting held up from Pearson there. Tries to make a move. Cannot make a move. See it almost touching Pearson. Not expecting the braking. Still can't make the move at Worth. He wants it, but now, oh, that's a dangerous move. He's moved onto the inside. He wants to make this work at Worth. He does, and then Matske goes, thank you very much, I'll take it. They're going to be side by side going to Capsa, but Pearson just backs off wisely, and now Forsyth is behind everything, but this battle's not over. Matske, Tech now, they're coming into the case at any moment now. Will Matske make the move? He does not have the time there. We'll just hold on. Tech now was really defensive. He loses a bit of time there going into the Cassia. He's still there, but ahead of them will be the duo of Maya and Devlin. Gotta be careful. Tech now again pushing it wide. He's pushing this car. This is the key battle for the championship right now. It may be for what, 7th and 8th, but trust me, these are 1st and 2nd in the championship. They're fighting, and this is a crucial battle.
It's technically coming up on the slipstream of Martin Devlin, so this will be good for him. He won't be under attack directly from Tim Matske unless Tim goes for a very late braking. He won't. He'll sit behind the McLaren, the Impulse McLaren. Shout out to the boys at Impulse. As he goes through Elf with no issues at all on towards Renault. Still sitting behind him. He caught up to the back end of Devlin pretty quickly. I think he just has a little more confidence in the car, but he does not make the move coming into Repsol. I keep saying Respol for some reason, but it's Repsol. P before S.
Forsyth still hasn't got moved. Just like I say, that Tech now does make the move on Devlin. Can he make it stick? He does. Now will Matske put his nose there? He does put his nose there, so he will then also take that. So every time these two get past the corner, past the car, they both get past at the same time. They've got the Ford coming up. I want to keep an eye on this battle at the lead. Could the lead change is almost happening here? Hoggard having to take the inside line at Acacia to defend Malt Stump. He is now fighting, and Malt Stump is trying to get that inside line. Get pushed onto the grass from Hoggard. I'm not sure that's on purpose. Just Hoggard wanting the inside line as fast as he can. Stump went onto the grass. Coming at a round Europe car now, so there's still 0.3 of a second between the two of them. They'll come around New Holland now, and I think Stump might make the move for the lead as they come to the Elf on the first corner.
He was going to try and make the move. I think he was going to try to make the move, but he did clip the gravel, so he's lost a little bit of speed, and that's left Jonathan Hoggard to try to defend on the inside line going into Elf as Jonathan Hoggard drifts in the middle of the chicane, and that's left him Malt under threat from Liam McNinch. This is the same thing that happened before. It is Malt Stump versus Liam McNinch, the number 11 versus the number 56. Two teammates battling it out for position, and this time around it'll be a fight for the lead.
Also at the same time, we've got the cursed Ford defending the McLaren. This sounds like the old days, really. The old days of GT Motorsports, the McLaren fighting the Ford, but cannot make it go at the moment, Tech now. So back onto this with Stump and Hoggard. This is the battle right now. And of course, McNinch once again, now McNinch is in the other hand this time, because his battle with Stump caused everybody to catch up on them. So maybe this time he can use the battle in front of him to catch up to his teammate and just make a move. As Hoggard again, not sure why he went the inside there. He just went inside quite early and held everybody up there. Hoggard is really fighting for this position and holding on as much as he can. There's only half a second between first and third right now.
By the way, Linus Techno and Tim Matske passed Josh Amir. He went wide coming into Sayat, so and drifted wide all the way through the corner, so he has lost that position, but it wasn't fourth position in amateur. He is the second in class for amateur at the moment. He has chased down Marius Jank, but there's about 6-7 seconds separating the two of them as Malt Stump goes on to the outside once again in Elf, but Jonathan Hoggard still holds the inside line, and you can see Liam McNinch there just following the racing line up until the point where he has to make a move, and I think he might want to make a move very soon. It's 10 minutes left on the clock. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, one of them's going to make a move. The question is, can McNinch get? If McNinch gets by Stump, can he make the move on Hoggard? Hoggard is being really defensive at the moment, and there's not really any places that you can make the move. Stump was not expecting the braking there from Hoggard, or had to do a maneuver to avoid. Can they make the move at the same time? There's 9 seconds behind these guys. Is Linus Tech now? You've got Marius Janke still there in P4, about 7 seconds back. But 9 seconds behind these guys is Tech now, and that will also be Matsuke. Will they catch these guys? Well, they're doing a second, so maybe not. Martin Devlin's in the pits, though, and that does not sound a good thing. It is... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. You might want to get a replay of that.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting a replay of that. Let's go to replay mode. Ready on replay, engage. Martin Devlin in 9th position at the moment. Gets put to the side by the car 31. Car 31 makes the overtake, but Devlin makes the overtake. And the cat in the hat, as they say. Ooh, what? Wait, hang on, what?
What? Did I see that?
Yes, you did.
By my powers combined, I am Captain Ferrari. They literally merged, and then they went no.
He went the opposite way to what I was expecting. Have a look at this in the slow motion. You can see in the half-speed slow motion, just what is going on here? The Ferrari's not meant to do that.
No. Oh, hang on. I gotta watch this battle. Miles Stumpf is now side by side, nose forward, going into Worth with Hoggard. Hoggard will take it. They're side by side going in. There's a touch! And Stumpf is dragging Hoggard. McNinch takes the lead because Stumpf got caught up by Hoggard there. Hoggard goes down the line. Yankee's going to take P2 with all the slowdown there from Stumpf. He got absolutely held up. Technow's now a second behind them. Where is Matsuke? Matsuke is down the field. Matsuke is at the back of the field. What's going on?
I have no idea what's going on right now. We're just seeing so many things. By the way,
okay, Matsuke, he is held up in front of him. I think he's already got damage. Yeah, he's already got damage, and he hits that looks like Goldstein coming down into Elf. So he spins to 77, who spins in that's Hagel Radstrom. So there was already damage on Matsuke's car. Oh, Matsuke lost it going into New Holland. Lost the back of the car going into New Holland. Yep, wiggle, and he could not hold it. He whacks the car at the back. The wing is destroyed, and now he's at the back of the field with Radstrom. Yes, the championship leader is at the back of the field.
death and death again. I think that's the best way to sum it up. Now we've got Linus Tech now chasing down Mulch Stumpf and Marius Jank. Marius Jank, by the way, is the lead for the amateurs, so he's got nothing to worry about himself, and he's letting his teammate and... Sorry, I've got the hiccups again.
Yeah, to say, did he intend to let Linus through, or was that just by accident? But
I would assume so. He definitely let him by.
Oh, amateurs, of course. Marius is an amateur, so does make sense in some respects. I understand that he's the lead amateur. So these two now are on their battle. Liam McNinch, a car which I was really looking for. I had a feeling he might have a good day. Currently I'm touching wood, don't worry. Currently 6 seconds or 5 seconds up the road in the lead. So doing his best, and he made the best out of a bad situation, really. I mean, you rarely do you see a car attached to another car's front bumper, like what happened with Stumpf and Hoggard. But it happens. Hoggard's recovered though to P6.
I will say, by the way,
P5.
the Ferraris did the opposite of what I was thinking. They went the opposite direction from where the attacking car was. I have no idea what's going on, but that's two cars in a row that went and bent the laws of physics and then just said, bye.
I mean, Owen Woonstra said in Twitch chat, death again. There's no other way to describe what we've just seen in the last 3 minutes. Chaos comes to mind. But hey, welcome to what happens when you do a reverse grid from 35 onwards. I like it. I like it a lot.
I think Harry Will's in the chat saying, I'm going to be busy tonight. Yeah. The start of that race was something else. We do have it on replay, so you can look back at the footage and see what happened. I think the start was just an unfortunate miscalculation by one of the on the start of the line. Sorry, I've just had a brain fart. Aaron Bishop, by the way, points out a very good thing. Martin Pearson passing the start line had a massive save. We saw that, and that was a really good save by him. We had a big overview of the start of the race, and you could just see how dicey it got very quickly after one of the Mercs lost control, hit another car, and then just dominoed from there.
I mean, I think we'll be looking back at that restart after the race. Absolutely chaotic. Don't even know where you start with that, really. There were people getting tangled up before you even get to the corner. And it's a wide track, guys. Come on, it's a wide track. Lots of room. But Mount Stumpf had an invalid lap. Linus Tech now with a 42.3. Fastest lap for him, but I'm pretty sure the fastest lap has gone to Matsuke. Linus, no, Linus, no, I'm not cursing you. Please, no, stop it. Stop it. Linus has a moment in Elf as I'm talking about him. And I'm annoyed because that's the second curse I've given today. This brings Marius Yankee into the fray for what could be a possible podium if he decides to fight it. He's a second behind though. He might just be yielding out though. But Technow's fight for P2 against Stumpf looks to be over. And how is Ninch doing? The gap is now 4.4 seconds.
Looks like Mal Stumpf and Liam McNinch will have a comfortable 1-2. If
Do you know the funny thing? Sorry, do you know what the funny thing is? If it stays like this, the top three all gain 30 positions. So they've literally just gained the positions as they've gone up. They haven't rotated back to where they were, because technically the first race Tech now finished ahead of both of these, but it's going to be the other way around, and they're all going to gain 30 positions. That's crazy.
It absolutely is. So, cameras are pointed at Linus Tech now, as he's going around nice and, well, after his incident in Elf, he seems to have calmed down now. There's 2 minutes left of the race, so let's see, we drill down the grid, let's see who else is battling at the moment.
Nothing really that I can see. Radstone is fending off Chris Hamer, but doing a good job as a prominent amateur. At the back of the field, we've got 27 cars on the lead lap, but some of the lap cars are still going after getting their repairs done. Taylor Lane's in the pits though, and Malt Stump's in the pits.
Oh no! Oh please no! Oh please no! We're gonna watch.
Oh
the
no!
replay.
It's a slowdown. He didn't clear his slowdown, did he? Didn't clear his slowdown. So he's got to drive through. I think he's got to stop and go.
No, he's in the pits for something else, I think.
He's had no damage, and his last lap was invalidated. So that to me suggests that he's had a fail to surface slowdown.
Oh, and he's disconnected too.
So yeah, I think he. I don't know where he got that, but yeah, he failed to take his slowdown. So this pushes an amateur to the podium. Taylor Lane as well, we said, was in the pits, didn't we? I did not see what happened to Lane, but looks all right, the car. No idea what's happened there.
Let me use my replay skills to...
It's alright, I found it. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Crashes at Worth.
Crashes at Worth, you say? So we're just going to have a really quick replay coming up through Elf at the moment with these guys. Let's have a look and see what went on. So he's chasing the car in 11th position. That is the car... I think that's the car of Neil Butler ahead of him on the replay. So this is a replay at the moment, if you didn't know. Car in 11th position currently is Neil Butler. I think that's the car he was chasing. Let's have a look and see what happened to Taylor Lane as he's coming around. Repsol had to look down to make sure that I had it right. Comes into Sayat and then on towards Worth. No real issues at the moment. Let's see. No real issues. Oh, well, there is issues now. He loses control coming in the middle of Worth. And I think he parks the car. He does not. He was looking to reverse. Looking to reverse still. And he just tows. So he just towed.
So if you told me at the start of this race a Manatee driver would win, I would probably go, yeah, okay, it's going to be an amateur, you know. You're probably going to tell me it's going to be Joshua Mayer might just shock everybody with the Ford, you know. It might be a Marius Yankee, you know. He's an amateur driver in the McLaren. He might do it, but no. Coming around the final corner, the winner of race 2 is Liam McNinch. Manatee wins again, but it's not Matske, but it does begin with an M. It's McNinch. As Linus Tech now crossed at the line for P2, but Marius Yankee, listen to this, started third, survived the chaos, survived everything, let the pros go by, and still finishes third after 30 minutes. He might be an amateur by name, but these amateurs They're no pushovers to these pros.
So basically, if you don't die, you win. That's a great way. That's a great way to live by.
Well, let's look at it like this. Out of the top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have gained up only a couple places. 3 of them started in the top 10 and finished in the top 10. Linus Tech now made up 31 places, as did Tom Johnson. And the Manatee are now trying to do a formation, but it almost looks like here in the rare Barcelona circuit, the Manatees approach the rare Impulse McLaren to stalk their prey. It literally looks like that right now.
Does it?
They were ganging up on him, okay? They were ganging up on him.
Oh, where's my thing gone? Oh no. Don't do this to me. There we go. Alright, I think we should do a rundown of the results, shall we?
Wow, what a crazy race. So like I said, we'll just go over it. The 25 cards were finished on the lead lap, but Liam McNinch takes the win. Now yes, he was about P3 after the first race, and he finishes first. He made up all those places. Linus Tech now takes P2, also making them up. Marius Yankee, the lead amateur driver, takes P3, with Jonathan Hoggard back to the pros in P4 and Archie Forsyth into P5. Then it is a gaggle of amateurs with Joshua Mayer in the cursed Ford. The Ford gets a top 10. He sits into P6. Tom Johnson, he made up 31 places. He goes into 7th. Isaac Barkley takes 8th. Martin Pearson takes 9th. Callum Beaumont takes 10th. Neil Butler, 11th. Adam Christo comes back to 12th. James Goldstein makes 13th. Andrew Miller, 14th. And Josh Seymour, 15th.
In 16th position is Adam Miles. 17th is Simon Dodd. Tim Matsky fought back all the way from the back of the grid, then had the accident, and then fought all the way back again to 18th position. In 19th is Tristan Iglesias. Mark Soderman is in 20th. Stefan Kurzman is in 21st. Chris Hamer in 22nd. Christian Furs of iRacing fame, or iRadio TV fame, 23rd. Pascal Radschun in 24th. Chris Miles in 25th. And that completes those who were on the lead lap. In one lap down was Malte Stumpf, who had that very unfortunate stop and go and disconnected. Then Taylor Lane, 2 laps down, 27th. Sebastian Rain, 28th. Martin Devlin, who had that really unfortunate accident, in 29th. Ben Smith in 30th. And then we get to those who had big issues. Jonas Dreyer in 31st. Mark Bailey in 32nd. 33rd is Matt Heatrick. Niels Bocage, again, not having the best of luck these days, in 34th. 35th is Jack Hills. Rick Cohen in 39th. Carl Jacklet in 37th. I think these are the rest of the guys that were just annihilated at the start of the race.
I want to give an unfortunate shout out to Ingo Lapsian. I believe that is his second or third first lap incident that he's been caught up in. So that's unlucky for the driver there. He finished last. He was 18 laps down, so he got caught up in that first lap. But yeah, we've got 5 cars, or is that 6? No, 5 cars that finished 17 laps down. One finished 18 laps down. Then it's 14 laps down for Bacage, and Heatrick 11 laps down. So chaos at the start there. Absolute chaos. But some great racing throughout all, though. The charge, I suppose we did expect the charge going up for these guys who started 30 places back because the reverse grid, but I never expected them to just. They got. Let's be honest, they did get a little bit lucky avoiding all that chaos at the start and making up like 20 places then. But then you had Matsuke and Tech now just on the warpath going through the traffic while they were also fighting, which was fantastic to watch. McNinch doing his thing nice and quiet, Stumpf as well. So all these cars really made up the places, but it's the guys, I think you've got to give the shout out to the guys that held their own. I mean, come on, Joshua Meyer in the Ford made up 2 spots from where he started. In the Ford, when he starts 8th and he finishes 6th against all these drivers. It's really great to see the strength of this field.
Absolutely. So we're just seeing a replay now from Sebastian Rain's well view, really, as they come around now. So switch to the chopper and see how this unfolded. I want to just rewind that just a second. I want to see what happened in front of him. If you can see, if you can have a look at the brake lights of the 4 wide, essentially, of that Merc that tries and goes through and past an Audi, hits him in the rear, turns around. Who is that? I think, if I can guess, it is not the car 40. I think it's the car 95 getting hit there off the track almost. And that rear end does not look good. It's the car number 70, I think.
Car number 24, sorry. Car number 24, what happened? From what I'm looking at it there, Josh Seymour there, they were 4 wide, and it looked like Martin Pearson just straddled over a little bit, and that started the first contact. That was the Ferrari that started spinning. He caused the chaos, which then sent Chris Miles around, and that
Who was the
basically... the one that went flipping was Martin Pearson at the front. Just went for a move, didn't realize how close they were. You can get a spotter telling you you're 3 wide. You can't get a spotter telling you you're 4 wide, and he just got caught out there. And basically from there, it was chaos. He slid over the grass, rejoined, but everybody's already making their safety movements. You know, the safety dance.
That poor Audi just flipping and flipping over and over again.
It's crazy as well. I need to find Tim Matskey, because we went to Tim Matskey. I thought, let's see what's happening with the leaders. And as I look at Tim Matskey, he gets to Seat, and basically there are cars in the gravel at Seat. Now I'm not sure why, and I'm going to hopefully look, and I can't because everybody's blinking. So I have no idea what happened at Seat. But I'm going to take my guess. Here they come again. They're at Repsol for me. Coming down to Seat, and the chaos has already started before I've even got there. A car has spun. Looks like that's Christian Furtz. Did he get tapped? Oh, he was trying to go around the outside of the BMW Simon Marshall, and just pitted himself with a bit of netcode. He spins around. He gets caught, and then he's there, and by the looks of it, everyone's just trying to avoid him. And oh no! Oh no! No. But Butler decided he would go for a bit of a jump. Furtz was spin. I hope you've got this on replay, because Furtz was.
Who am I looking for?
Furtz was Neil Butler at the start of the race at Seat. He basically used his. I shouldn't laugh. It's the Radeon TV car. He's used the Radeon TV car as a ramp, coming around Seat. Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Let's have a look. Fast forwarding controls are the... Ooh, I just caught the second crash that involved... I'm just going to replay this, by the way. This is Adam Christo. Let's have a look and see what happened here. From his perspective, actually. Oh, and he just gets caught out by the car that just sat in the middle of the road. I think that was the car 27, and just did a flip.
But that with Neil Butler, it's absolutely unfortunate there. Christian Furtz, I think he went for a
just saw it. Oh no.
The cars just go off. If you rewind it back, you can see what happened. It was an honest mistake there from Furtz, trying to make the move. He had it really, but as he just went to make the move, he just caught the inside of the BMW. That starts a chain reaction, and then you've got who is that car? There is a Ferrari. That's Neil Butler. The car behind it, Pascal Radshorn, hits the brakes because he does not want to go into Christian Furtz, and then basically that starts another chain reaction. Archie Forsyth has got who's that beside Archie Forsyth? I'm not entirely sure. Ben Smith's around the outside, trying to take the corner. He's not aware that Archie Forsyth has to take a sharp right to avoid the brake, the car of Bradshaw that's hit the brakes. So then he basically accidentally flips him, spins him around because of that. And then yeah, everybody's avoiding it. Tech now, he gets by it. He just decides to take the long way. He gets by it. So does the other Radeon car of Christian Hamer. But my God, have you seen the Radeon TV car at the jump? Come on, Butler.
I did.
Come on, Butler. Oh dear.
I think after that eventful race, I think there's not much else that you can really say. Really now.
I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, I do want to drag in the man who killed our boy. I do want to drag him in. Drag him in.
Who? No Butler.
Yo, Butler, how are we?
Not too bad.
You killed our car.
Yeah. No,
I tried to avoid him.
It's becoming a bit of a common occurrence here, Mr. Butler. The second time you're in with us after crashing, do that again, boy, and you'll be in detention.
To be fair, people keep on chucking the cars towards me, and then I have no other option.
I mean, to be fair, there was nowhere for you to go. You know, as you've seen, we've just dissected it. Where else could you go apart from there?
It was just a crazy race through and through, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
From the replay, there's
that
just
start
cars flying everywhere.
was completely chaotic. Yeah. Let's see.
But by the way, the Japanese judges gave you 6.5 for the landing. Just letting you know.
Good. I tried to point my toes and everything, but
Yeah. Bit of work needed for that, but you almost cleared a second car, to be fair.
it was an interesting race. Interesting.
No, I must admit it was. You're getting 10 spots. You finished P11. A good result, really.
Especially after you going airborne like that.
Yeah. I've got one question. I've got one question, really. How did you enjoy a 35 car reverse grade?
Well, it wasn't too bad for me because I was kind of in the middle, so I was 14th, I think, in the first race. So I thought it wouldn't be too bad, but yeah, just avoiding everything. It makes it interesting for the stream, I guess, but not so fun to race them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can imagine that people would be frustrated, especially with how chaotic the start was. But it's good to see that you kept racing even after flying off the Radeon TV car, and you did finish in a respectable place. So that's the main thing.
The car actually felt fine.
How?
So maybe it's
You
built
went
to do
airborne?
that. It really did feel alright. And Andy got a good result as well, so good points for Midland Sim Racing today.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any shout outs or anything?
Just shout out to the Midland Sim Racing boys. I know Andy Hitch will be watching back home, boss. So good result.
Good result. All right. Thanks very much for joining us.
And shout out to my granddad as well, who watches all the streams.
Oh,
Big
thanks.
Oh wait, so he's heard. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He'll see that you've gone airborne for about a split second.
Yep. He'll be impressed with that one.
Thanks very much.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
Thank you. What a race.
We do have one more though. We have Andrew Miller. Andrew, how are you?
Right, you?
How are things? Talk us through it.
Well, I think from that I'd take starting at the back every race, but
You avoided all the chaos then.
yeah, I don't know how I made it round lap 1, really, completely.
No, I gotta be honest. That chaos at Seat, we were just talking about it with the cars flying and everything. I can't see your cockpit view of that first lap, but 4 wide's a little bit hard to see in front of you. Do you just go Jesus take the wheel? Do you there, or do you just decide to just hit the
Well,
brakes?
I got Neil to thank for that one because he just shouted that everyone was crashing. So if he hadn't told me that, I think I'd have been in it. So got him to thank for that one.
Fantastic. 25 places you made up as well, though. I mean, that's some going.
Yeah,
you
it wasn't a
started
bad
near the
result,
back.
really.
When you think, you literally started at the back, like you were saying. So a really good result there. Takes you into 14th. It wasn't good in terms of amateurs because a lot of amateurs finish at the top there. I know a lot of pros made a mistake, but would you agree that the reverse grid really does open things up for those amateur drivers? Because the first race we basically just saw all the pros, but that second race was all about the amateurs.
It definitely does,
Really
yeah.
good.
But yeah. It definitely helps if you have, say, if you get unlucky or you just like me and just bin it in the first race, then it gives you a chance.
By the way, we were just reviewing the replay now on the stream, and I can just see you've got a car in front of you, so you can't really see anything. And then you can just see the cars, and just the chaos immediately starts coming up above you. And you did really well to smash the brakes when you did, because I could just see how crazy it all got in front of you, just all very suddenly as well. And we have the benefit of slowing down time. You definitely didn't in the car.
No, I admit I was waiting for the shunt from behind, but luckily that didn't happen, so managed to get through it unscathed, to be fair. Thank God for that.
Absolutely, and you finished 14th as well. It was a very good position, especially after coming from the back of the grid.
Yeah.
I just see more cars going off on Elf. Do you have any shout-outs to give, or?
Not really, no. Just shout out to the team, Middleton Racing. Hope that's a good load of points there, so hopefully drag us up the leaderboard a bit.
Yeah, your teammate Neil Butler, by the way, did well as well. Even after
he did really
flying,
well.
even after flying off of the Radion TV car in
yeah, I was behind him till he did that. He definitely did that on purpose. Looking at it, so.
Yeah, can you give us some pointers on landing though? We were saying he didn't get, his toes weren't out. It was 2 wheels back. That they weren't all 4 wheels at the same time. So
yeah, he's not really
needs
used
to
to
go back
crashing, so he's getting used to it.
Yeah, after last week, especially with the flips. Yes, definitely. It's a crash course in more puns than one there, but yes.
So at least he's learning to land the right way up at the moment. That's the start.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I just want to play this back in slow motion. I just want to see this. Just how he takes off. The trajectory is important when you're taking off from an airport. His trajectory is all right at the start, but it then all just goes wrong because he just comes back down to earth again.
That's a beautiful slow-mo. That's a beautiful slow-mo. That was in order to effect, was that another one that you got shouted saying crash up in front?
No, I watched him. I watched him do that, so
he had all the warning.
You're aware of it.
So I managed to go around the outside and avoid all that stuff. So
that was absolutely chaotic. But well done. A great result for you. 25
great
places
stream as
made
well,
up.
guys. Bet you had fun doing that one. So.
Well, we lost the words. Put it like that.
You could have had a better race.
Oh, these crash races are boring. Everybody gets wiped out. Yeah, nothing to commentate on. No, good, good racing, and congratulations on a well-deserved P14.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, we got Simon Dodd and Josh Mayer. I think he's. I think we'll bring the both of them in, and this will be at the last one. Both of them in. Simon Dodd and Josh Mayer. Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh.
So let's get the elephant out. Let's get the elephant in the room. Come on. The Ford gets a top 10. Well done, Joshua. I've got to bring it up.
Actually, it's P2 because of the Pro split.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, it's a P2. We were saying, really, when you look at it, I've been asking the others. You look at Marius Yankee. He was an amateur. He started P3. He finished P3. You started P8. You finished P6. Martin Pearson. He started P10. He finished P9. So, did you? I suppose the reverse grid, of course, helped you. But did you find it I wouldn't say hard, but did you find it a challenge to hold that position? Obviously, you've got the pro drivers just going through, claiming 30 positions, but you find it much of a challenge?
Luckily, I was so far ahead that I didn't have to deal with many pro drivers. In terms of the reverse grid, I started so far ahead of the really fast guys that they didn't catch me too early. And then I just personally found quite a lot of pace. from the first to the second race, mainly because I finally loaded a better setup, and then I had to practice from the first race.
Of course, yes, you were late in with the qualifying for the first race as well. Simon, again, a good result for you, 20 places.
Absolutely ecstatic.
Absolutely ecstatic. How did you find the first lap? I know Josh avoided the first lap, being at the front, but you at the back there in 37th.
Yeah.
You must have had a good view of it all.
Yeah, I saw a lot kicking off, and I had Rick Cohen and Carl Jacquelet in my Discord as well. So I was hearing what was happening up ahead of me. And yeah, it was just pandemonium at the back. Somehow I managed to get through it pretty much completely unscathed. I think I may have had a slight tap up the back once, maybe.
I see it there on the replay. It's a slight tap to the back left, but other than that.
Yeah. Other than that, I managed to just about get through it somehow. And then I was just putting in the laps. And I mean, with the track temperature down where it was, my setup just really, really worked well. I've been spending pretty much all day trying to tweak the setup. And then the first race was just horrendous. I got taken out in that turn 4 instant at lap 1. Someone spun in front of me. I had nowhere to go, stopped, and then someone came behind me, put me on the roof, and I towed back to the pits and a lap down. But race 2 was just brilliant for me. Ended up finishing ahead of Tim Matsky.
It's always a bonus.
Yeah, even though he spun, that's a win in anyone's book, really.
Yeah,
beating
definitely.
Matsky. I was going to say for both of you, I don't know which one to start first. That first race, 53 Celsius was the track temperature.
Yeah.
How did you find it? Because to me, that's basically no grip.
Yeah, it was horrible. You're braking earlier, you got no grip at the apex, you're trying to accelerate out, and you're like, hold on, have I got an elephant sat on the back of the car or something? It was just horrendously slow. It really was horrible. But I got through it just about once I got back out on track after the lap 1 incident.
Yeah, you Joshua? Because, of course, in the Ford at the moment, we know the GT3 Ford is... had a bit of a change to it, so it's a bit of a handful now.
I would say it's not that much different to before the bigger tire update. In the first race, I will tell you a little fun fact. I only have 3 settings for traction control: off, first and second gear only, and on. So let's just say in the first race it was quite a challenge, especially when I got into the longer corners, because I had to run quite stiff springs to not pogo around. And if you looked at me in the later half of the race, it was more Tokyo drift than actual race car driving.
I think I did see the car just weaving a little bit, just like correct, almost like Charles Leclerc last weekend, as he was having to fight the car because of the way the car was. So no, I think I did see that. It was quite a challenge, but you are the only Ford driver, and we've got to applaud you, especially for a great result like that. Like I said, P2 in the amateurs for you. Overall, that was P6, and Simon making up 20 spots as well is a fantastic result. Lots of cars made up the results. Would you do a 35 car reverse grid again?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's all I need to hear, Rob. I don't know about you.
That's all I need to hear as well. Do you have any shout-outs, guys, to give out?
I was a bit gutted that it wasn't a 37 car reverse grid, because that would have put me at P1, but hey ho.
Any shout-outs, guys, to anyone in particular?
Yeah, I'll shout out to Year 1 Racing Team, especially Nick Veltenar for helping me with the setup this afternoon. I'm my mom, obviously.
I'm my mom.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Mom, I'm on telly.
And you, Joshua?
I would say probably Marius. The way that he managed to stay where he is was quite impressive. And of course, I'm a shout out Mr. Craig A. Williams, who laid the foundation for the Ford setup. In one stream where he constantly complained about it being bad, but it's actually not bad.
It's just a different beast, I'd imagine.
Let's just say the good thing was that the pros couldn't overtake me in the start-finish straight because the Ferraris in draft are slower than me without.
Wow.
Le Mans is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's just say we've got hashtag make GT1 great again for the Fanatec series. I think Josh is going to make Ford great again and just get loads of people using it. We did see a resurgence during the 24 hours, and VRS had Le Mans last week, so we could see a resurgence for the little Ford.
Le Mans is definitely the most, like, how do you say it? It's the most competitive track for the car because it's the only one that can sort of go with the Mercedes. Like, if you look at it, the McLaren's rev limiter is at 284 kilometers an hour, and it hits that on its own, and the Ford can do like 292, and the Mercedes has no limit. The Mercedes just is incredible in Le Mans, so I would say Adam is someone to watch out for.
Oh, we will
But we
wait for
still
that.
have quite a lot of time.
Yeah, Le Mans in a few weeks, but next week will be the Nordschleife, guys. Get your practice ready for that one. It's the combined circuit, the full 24-hour circuit. So I wish you the best of luck in your practice because everybody knows you need all the practice you can get for that one. And well done for both of you drivers this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah. See you next week, and thanks for everything you guys do as well.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening, gents.
Good evening.
So, Craig, how do we sign off on that one?
If you like more chaos, we can bring you more chaos as we're back Friday night with the ILMS broadcast split, which will be chaos because it's at Daytona Road. Then we're back Sunday with Nordschleife, the VLN setup for the GT1 challenge. Until then, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitch or YouTube. Check out our Discord. It's down there. That's everything, really. I'm not going to show any other social media because there's no point right now. But thank you once again for watching. Keep it strong. Keep it going, guys. And we look forward to seeing you on Friday night.
And I'll share those sentiments. Thanks very much, guys, for joining in. Thanks all for all the support that you guys have given us. We hope to see you on Friday night. Take care and have an awesome rest of your week.